जमापुर एक ऐसी जगह है जहाँ स्ट्रेस, टेंशन, लफड़े, झगड़े सारी वीडियो को जमा करते हैं। तो फुकट शॉट मत लो, सिर्फ देते रहो।
शॉट देते सर पे सीधा जमापुर, कराओ टिकट सारी वीडियो भेजो जमापुर। कोटी पटेली देना तो भागो यहाँ से दूर, और 10 लेवल पार सीधा सामने से वार सगे ऑफ सारे कार। जमापुर बदले शॉट फुकट चीजों का भी जमापुर। मेरी सोच इन लोगों से पहुंचे ज्यादा दूर। तुझको कल का बोल पार, आज में जी ले तू यार, कर ले यार या तो पार। क्यों करते ही 5 स्टैक सारी वीडी भूल जाते, नुस्ता मचाते भूल जाते। घर के लफड़े जो बता नहीं पाते, खर्चे रोजे बढ़ते जाते। जूते नए लेने हैं पर खुद का कुछ कमा नहीं पाते। मेरे पास सारे खास, मेरे हाथ में नहीं क्लास। हमारे ड्रीम्स नहीं है नींद, बस एक काम का बुखार। तुझे चेंज करना कल तो फिर घिस लाला आज। रो मत बीटी लेते टाइम ही ये जो देगा सब जवाब। मेहनत करते रे मत रुकना, नहीं तू करना मत सवाल। फले मीठा पर ये सफर उससे बहुत ही लाजवाब। सारे रास्ते बंद तब कर देगा वो कुछ ना कुछ कमाल। फोकट वास्ते देने वाले लोग तो बहुत ही ये जरूरी। ठोकर खाकर ही तू लेगा सबसे लंबी ये उछाल। बस कर दे लाला झर्रे तेरे बाल, स्ट्रेस को तू भाड़ में डाल। खुश मिल रहा तेरे को खाने को डाल, रख अच्छे विचार। जाना है आखिर में कंधों पे चाल, टेंशन का को ले रहा सीधा भेज जिसको किधर को। जमापुर कराओ टिकट सारी वीडियो भेजो जमापुर। कोटी पटेली देना तो भागो यहाँ से दूर, और 10 लेवल पार सीधा सामने से वार सगे ऑफ सारे कार। जमापुर बदले शॉट फुकट चीजों का भी जमापुर। मेरी सोच इन लोगों से पहुंचे ज्यादा दूर। तुझको कल का बोल पार, आज में जी ले तू यार, कर ले यार या तो पार। 8 साल का ग्राइंड तब करा शाइन, ट्रेन के खाए धक्के अबे फ्लाइट एवरी टाइम। टूटा हुआ पीसी पहले लो दे बहुत फ्रेम्स, तभी नहीं गिव अप किया ये पूरा करा मैंने गेम। जितने का था मेरा पीसी अभी उतने का है हेडफोन। नहीं थे नेट के पैसे इंटरनेट पे अब हूँ वेल नोन। घर पे सबको खुशी मिल रहा नहीं चाहिए अननोन है सब। सपने से बड़ा ये सब, गिर गया फिर भी उठ के ट्राई करा बार बार हर बार। रास्ते बनते सारे आंखें नमते मेरे लिए तब राम नाम। रास्ते बनते सारे आंखें नमते मेरे, करना बहुत खाली बच्चन फूक दे रहे। सोच से कल के पर आज ही सोते रहे, सुनते कुछ नहीं खाली बनते बहरे। बोले गए अब टाइम नहीं है, रील स्वाइप करने में बिजी। कल करते यार आज में वाइब नहीं है, मिलेंगे ऐसे सोचिए बोलने झूठ। अपने आप से तू सिर्फ डर अपने बाप से, बाकी दूर कर दिमाग से। और अगर आप फ्री टिकट किधर को। जमापुर कराओ टिकट सारी वीडियो भेजो जमापुर। कोटी पटेली देना तो भागो यहाँ से दूर, और 10 लेवल पार सीधा सामने से वार सगे ऑफ सारे कार। जमापुर बदले शॉट फुकट चीजों का भी जमापुर। मेरी सोच इन लोगों से पहुंचे ज्यादा दूर। तुझको कल का बोल पार, आज में जी ले तू यार, कर ले यार या तो पार।
Watch parties are back. Valorant are back. आखिरी weekend of watch parties of this year. The last weekend of Valorant watch parties this year. Chat. Welcome back to another live stream. Hope you guys doing well. Hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful, and amazing day today. I hope you guys doing well. Having a beautiful, wonderful day. If not, your boys here to make your night better. आज सेंटिनल वर्सेस G2 होने वाला है, जो कि बहुत ही क्रेजी गेम है। जो मोस्ट प्रॉब्ली अपर क्या हो सकता है, ग्रैंड फाइनल्स भी हो सकता है VCT अमेरिकास का। लास्ट क्यों, हाँ क्या लास्ट है, आज लीव खेलेगा। हाँ और आज लीव खेलने वाला है भाई। क्या के लिए लीफ को वो लोग चैंपियंस के लिए ये कर रहे हैं, गरम कर रहे हैं उसका हाथ। लीफ का हाथ गरम कर रहे हैं, दैट्स व्हाई आई गेस लीफ इज गोना प्ले। बिंग्स की चाय, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द स्पॉन्सर टू द पाव गैंग। बिंग्स बाय, थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग। या लीफ खेलने वाला है, लेकिन लीफ खेलने वाला है इसकी वजह से आज सेन 1 साइडेड जीतने वाली है। क्योंकि अगर बेबी बेर रहता तो फिर 1 साइडेड G2 जीतती, लेकिन G2 को ये पता नहीं है। अबे ये क्या चल रहा है?
Riot Games Arena. Let's get this upper final started.
इसमें फिनिक्स वाला स्वेटर पहना है वे। और ये क्या सैंटा बाबा हेयर स्टाइल है इसकी। नाक से थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द स्पॉन्सर टू द पाव गैंग। वेलकम, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द स्पॉन्सर नॉक्स 11:30 को होगी ना स्ट्रीम भाई, क्यों नहीं होगी? थैंक यू सो मच नॉक्स फॉर द स्पॉन्सर। लास्ट क्यों है ये वॉच पार्टी? अरे क्योंकि ये VCT स्टेज फाइनल है ना, इसके बाद में डायरेक्ट चैंपियंस होगा। क्रिएटिव थैंक यू 15 मंथ्स। गुड मॉर्निंग मेरे भाई, गुड मॉर्निंग क्रिएटिव। थैंक यू सो मच नॉक्स एंड क्रिएटिव। हेरिटिक क्वालीफाई हो गई भाई चैंपियंस के लिए, मां कसम BBL हार गई भाई OT में जाके।
That's right, G2 Esports with a great opportunity here.
भाई सब लोग ब्लॉगर है, देखो ना इधर भी ब्लॉग कर रहे हैं। कौन से भी लोग ब्लॉग करते रहते हैं, स्टोरीज बनाते रहते हैं। तुम लोग को कोई तुम्हारा ऐसा दोस्त है जो देखो जिसके ना 200 फॉलोअर्स होते हैं, लेकिन फिर भी वो स्टोरी पे इतने अपडेट्स डालते रहता है ना भाई, मेरे को वैसे लोगों से बहुत सीखने मिलता है। ब्रो इसका स्वेटशर्ट बहुत क्रेजी है।
And then, of course, there are the Sentinels. These guys have been a thorn in the side of G2, and G2 has been in the thorn in the side of Sentinels. It's very apropos that they're meeting here in the upper bracket final.
Yeah, when these teams faced off back in
वाह नराटे को देखो, जो आला ऐसा वो लग रहा है, वो लग रहा है भाई, क्या उसे कहते हैं, हैरी पॉटर में ना स्लिथरिन वाला एकदम बच्चा लग रहा है।
Go a step above G2 in the finals if they could win there again and head into champions with a victory. But those are two big ifs. This is a team that is so familiar with G2, has had to play them so many times this year, but has gone undefeated in this stage.
क्लच कहाँ गई? G2 वाली सो गई क्या? क्लच भाई नहीं देखते वो सब, ये सब मैच नहीं देखते क्लच भाई डायरेक्ट फाइनल देखने आएंगे चैंपियंस का। बाइंड पहला मैप www.com। ओए G2 की टीम आई भाई, ओए लीफ है भाई आज तो, भाई लीफ पतला हो गया रे, बहुत हेवी भी मार रहा शायद बेचारा। चैट तुम लोगों ने देखा वो एक चेयर का साइड का आर्म्स निकाल दिया था, वो भी बहुत लोगों ने साइड आर्म्स निकाले, भी मेरे को भी निकालना है। नराटे हर बार न्यू हेयर स्टाइल बना के आता है, हाँ ना बनता है। ध्रुव थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द 40 रुपीस। आई एम बैक। कैसे हो? गुड मॉर्निंग मेरे भाई, आई एम डूइंग सुपर गुड। व्हाई रिमूव साइड आर्म? पता नहीं वे खेलते टाइम वो ऐसा बीच में आते हैं, और क्या उसे कहते हैं, मेरी चेयर ज्यादा अंदर नहीं जा पाती उसकी वजह से, जो हाइट पे मेरे को चाहिए। नराटे बाल ग्रीन करा के दिखा तो वो गेको लगेगा।
Just slotting into all the things that Leaf was providing for G2 here. So Mimi, there is a question of what is Leaf bringing to the table. We know he can bring
watch party की start में मेरा पानी खत्म।
There's so many questions at the start of this one, even on Sunset for SEN. They've not played a ton of this map. They've only played against two of the Brazilian squads, lost to 2G in what was a very weird game, and now coming back into it against the league's best team.
The Ascension teams are Sentinels kryptonite.
How dare I mention that?
They have to be quaking going up against G2 here, but
Thanks
now
so
it's
much,
the moment, and it will be
Trend going on
Stage
Teju.
2 debut on
That's
the deadlock
horrifying.
of all things.
All right, well, there you go. Locked in, jog on the Yoru there. Of course, Taeho's back in play. G2 still sticking with Taeho there.
I mean, that comp looked so good in the game against NRG. Here's
Sort of bad thing was 180 rupees. Good morning लाला, सुबह सुबह बोनी हो गई, love you। क्या बात है यार सौरभ भाई, सुबह सुबह 180 रुपए यार भगा दी इस काम बच्ची। Thank you so much सौरभ for the 180, love you।
All right, folks, this is a
Good morning सौरभ भाई।
fight, and our casters are going to be ringside and ready to go. Let's send it over to Uber and Wyatt.
2-0 Sentinel wins भाई। They're just hyping this game. खाली focus. Narrate on Yoru? Oh my god.
Of the rivalry between G2 and SEN, but it means so much more. Not just the return of
और second
but
के लिए?
also the opportunity to walk into our grand finals here in stage 2 and ban first pick. That advantage we've seen being massive over previous stage finals.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Narrate duelist ही खेलता था भाई।
this is the rivalry of
Raise लिया,
Americas,
oh,
which
double
right
duelist,
now,
crazy।
This year G2 are leading 3-2 in overall series, so an opportunity for SEN to get some more revenge. and go 3-3.
सर ने एक मैप भी नहीं ड्रॉप किया ना पूरे सीरीज में.
Samsung SSDs, and this is a map pool for SEN that doesn't feature Lotus or Khelraay, two of their best maps so far this stage.
Kaplan has spoken recently about the map pool for SEN being the crux of
Double duel is double
success
smoker.
at a global event like Champions.
No
where they're
Sentinel
headed
comp.
in a few
Okay.
weeks. And this pool, I
कॉम्प
think,
तो
is
भाई
really
फिर
going
G2
to
का
test
मजबूत लग रहा है
the
चैट.
depth that this roster has right
सेन का
now
कॉम्प थोड़ा
against America's
डायबॉलिकल लग रहा
finest in
है.
G2.
But let's see what
SEN
happens.
starting on the attack side here. It's an early net thrown out, and Leave going to take first contact. It's Jork though. Able to fail narrate very early on in the response of
कौन
course
मिली?
to get up
नराटे मर
This could
गई.
be circumvented.
और
Jork
इसको
heads over
देखो.
the top, and it's really just him. Who's
क्या
got
बात है सेकंड.
He's fully committed.
Oh,
That
they
is
got
crazy.
three
The
flank.
flank is so quick behind them, but
too fast?
it might not even matter, honestly.
Sky Smoke's going to be in the way, but Trent will be able to see above it.
Wow.
Takes contact.
Zone
It's
QT
the
OP.
wall still in the way. It's
Crazy.
awkward. And Ben can now fall back. In the
we do?
post plan, it's Valon and Jonah, two of the hot shots for G2 last week. It's NRG, absolutely stellar. And getting into this match.
How could they possibly do anything against this crossfire? It's just going to be way too effective. Sen clean that up with ease. I love that decision to just purely ego the wall that was thrown
No
down
Sentinel
by Lee.
gameplay,
John
but
just
good
hops
aim
over
gameplay,
top,
baby.
gets out really
अब हस्तों
far
कसा.
right.
हस्तों बस. अरे पहला राउंड हुआ है. माँ कसम बैंग भाई मचा रहे.
Definitely a look at that
तीन
on the
किल ना सीधा.
replay.
भाई जॉन क्यूटी कैसा उतरा है साइड पे भाई.
Boxes there, and again, there's no one way put down at all.
Player लोगे
There
ना
it
भाई.
is.
Player
Second is just
लोगे.
able to creep up against the wall.
Player लोगे
Crouches
भाई.
and jaw swings. He gets deleted.
It's possible that Valon on that sort of long wrap is not in position to put their util down for the defenders. We're going to jump straight into round two, though. And again, it's that Stinger force-up. We've seen Sen do this on Khelraay as well. It makes the econ really weird in the openers, but pretty huge. It's just a tough bonus to win out.
सेन ने स्टिंगर ऑल बाय किया. देखो उन लोगों ने पिछली बार भी किया था ये.
Player in the teleport as well.
It's on Jonah P. And there are 4
तो वो
stingers.
लोग बोनस में भी स्टिंगर्स खेलते हैं भाई. और उसमें भी मचाते यड़ भगा डालते हैं ना.
And we observe this kind of economic opener from Sen against C9. Now, it made their bonus kind of weird because they're playing with, 4 or 5 stingers in some cases against what could be a 4-way.
last time convert कर दिया था उन
But
लोगों ने
they
third
win
round.
that, if they find a way to find success in that round 3.
भाई स्टिंगर बेटर है
so much
चैट
in the first
फैंटम
half.
बैटल से अगर तुम लोग को नहीं
Surely
पता तो.
there's a team out there that knows how to deal with the 5-man Stinger
Pick it up what you're putting down. Yep.
Surely it's G2.
ब्रदर की हाल चाल सब चंगा सी भाई.
Jonah's been
तुम्हारे
able to get
बताओ
one of
की
those
हाल
weapons to
है.
hand himself, but it's really just perishing into the spike that's on the agenda for him here. Sen, hot and heavy on towards his A side of the map. Playing with a real burst of speed here, and Zelsis honestly recently said
Spectre से तो better है any day भाई. Close range goated है.
Unpredictability into their games feels like maybe them and also G2 play a little standard sometimes.
Yeah, had said that in the post-match
इट्स इन लोग का
interview
माउस
when
पैड
these
इतना
two
बड़ा
teams
रहता है, इतना
faced
मोटा रहता है,
last
इसकी वजह से इन लोग का
that
एम
felt
बैठता है.
like
मालूम
sometimes
क्या?
they were playing too standard.
मेरा
And
माउस पैड
obviously
इतना है
wanted to
देखो,
take some
इतना पतला है
inspiration from
इतना.
teams in
दिख रहा है,
Pacific
दिख रहा
who
भी है तुम लोगों को?
inject
नहीं
that
दिख रहा ना?
insane
इसलिए एम
unpredictability,
गंदा है मेरा.
like Paper Rex, for example. Sen have
Bro,
come out
Kencho,
first
Maja.
time playing double duelist on a non-haven
Okay,
map.
full buy
that
on
we've
G2.
seen this year. Narrate has been putting up some pretty unbelievable numbers. The 5th highest rated in ACS for stage 2, and that is everyone above him being a duelist. He's the highest non-duelist, so how he gets a chance to flex his muscles here. Stinger rush coming through.
यड़ भगा दी नरेट की. चड्डी फाड़ दी माँ कसम.
Trent though with a bit of weapon steps up, steps out. It's going to be a prowler here to clear Lamps and Zek, and knows he has to push. This is
नहीं मान रहा भाई. Bro, वो frenzy लेके पीक कर रहा
Here
है.
needs to watch over towards
Vandals
Showers, and
में.
the paint shells would look to dig Leaf out of that corner of the spray.
Damn.
Straight through triple.
Bro, they already
Picks
got
up the
2
deadlock.
chat.
I'm kind of mad how much damage Sen are doing long range right now with the Stingers. These are not the ideal fights you want to take, and yet somehow they've taken down
Smokes
2 players.
yeah.
They've got Trent low on HP, but this is another miserable angle. Honestly, Jonah just at this long range should be able to pick them apart.
That's on Zekin. He was low health of the two, and he's going to be seized in place, at least having to get a spike down.
Wow.
Oh my goodness! Decayed to 1. Zekin still fancies a bit of a fight. Swing on this corner, he's 26 health, and it doesn't seem to care. Valon's coming.
Bro, are you
through.
serious?
Frenzy claimed another.
माँ कसम.
Jeez, they get close, don't they?
I mean, that pretty absurd how much damage is done there. Zekin's movement is looking so smooth.
And they've already carried 2 rifles out of this anti-stinger round.
I mean, like you were saying, these singers, no investment.
ध्रुव भाई ने 20 रुपीस दिया है गूगल पे और लिखा है माउस पैड में नहीं, सॉरी माउस पैड में नहीं, आप में प्रॉब्लम है.
That it's got G2 in now. They're fully bought
It is
down.
gonna hit,
If they
I'm
lose
gonna
this
be.
round, it'll be worth 2 for Sen. And Narrate wants to
Narrate ने
exploit
outlaw
the
निकाली
economy
है.
by buying the outlaw, but there are going to be 3
okay.
G2 players with heavy armor, so only a couple susceptible to a potential one-shot.
Narrate can also imply more players on his A side of the map than is sort of the reality by making use of that clone and also gate crashing away to be if and when he's needed.
Like karo. Ooh.
Okay.
Bit of danger there for Trent. He was one of the light armored players, by the way, so that would have been a one-shot. Sen have this control of B long. As is the standard, you do want to funnel those orbs towards your raise to get as many showstoppers on attack as you can. Massive win condition for the attacking team here on Bind.
Narrate is tucked in cubby, but that is going to be watched pretty diligently here by Leaf.
Leaf peek करेगा.
He's waiting for someone to blink first, and Leaf, one of the less armored players, out of the picture now. That's a deadlock, unavailable. No wall to slow things up further. Trent awkwardly
Oh my god, bang!
Deals him a death
भाई
blow
यार
instantly.
बगा रही यार
Narrate looks like
Sentinel's
he's lost the
chat.
fight with the lawnmower
तुम कैसे
recently,
बोल
but I tell you what,
सकते
he's
G2
hitting the shots when they
जीतेगी?
count. He'll make his way forward up on this A side here.
और G2 का pick है
trying to
ये.
converge, and there's a late wrap, but Giacomo's about to run into resist. Are you okay? You good?
Yeah, no. I'm good with
Wow.
No, not that.
Wow.
Oh my god.
They gotta save this. They gotta save this.
As the read on the flank, and G2 have no option but to save. I'm sure Jaw would have loved to have kept that rifle as well.
How are you, Harsh, bro? I am doing nice. Second #1 Radiant player for 4 episodes in NA. Damn.
That was a great round from Sentinels,
4
though. In the
episodes,
mid-round, I love how they
#1
were working the map over towards that B
Esports
side.
खेलते-खेलते,
His
that's
second
actually
remain
commensable.
posted up long. He broke
Why Tenz is
one of the
not playing
prowlers that was
today?
thrown by Jonah, and at the same time, or basically same time, a few seconds later, then a prowler was used from John over towards hookah. So it looks like they're working long and they're working hookah at the same time. But in
जानबूझ के बोल रहा है ना?
reality, they've taken A short control.
जानबूझ के बोल रहा होगा
They
Charlie.
pivot back to A, and when Leaf goes
दिल के
down,
साथ खेल रहा भाई.
that site is basically free for the taking.
And the use of the
Base camp
brimstone
ऊपर कर.
defensively here, like we're not seeing that like standard one-way being put down
Time
at
out.
A short.
अरे
We're
अभी
actually
मैच
seeing
चालू हुआ
Valorant
था.
playing over towards the B
माँ
side of the
कसम.
map instead, maybe hoping to stall things out over there. Throw the smokes down, maybe get some B-long
बोल
control.
रहे हैं कि
but
साला हमारा
there's a
स्टिंगर
gate
वाला
crash
गेम प्ले ये लोग
opportunity
क्यों कर
there
रहे
for Narrate. We
हैं?
can get into cubby. He can cross that part of short without
सबका
being
chat
spotted
read
by
कर लिया,
someone
मेरा
like
भी
Leaf
कर
and
ले.
hit him from an
Love you,
unexpected
Reed.
spot.
मेरा बर्थडे है, विश कर दो. Rocky Games, happy
My
birthday
God.
to you. May God blast you with happiness. अल्ले
Yeah, or the second highest rated player in playoffs up until this
Put
point.
that
And it looks
by-
like
Yeah, I know.
Leaf is sort of stepping. It's funny. Leaf is sort of stepping into his roles here. I am looking forward to Sunset when we get there
Rudra.
because there's a chance for that Leaf Chamber to come back out if he is just going to sort of pick
सुबह
up
सुबह
where
5
Dre
बजे बाहर
left
जाना है.
off.
यहाँ
Yeah,
नींद
it
नहीं आ
definitely
रही.
seems to indicate that.
आग बंद करके बैठ जा
We heard
भाई.
from Josh that both Leaf and Dre have been practicing throughout these last
C9
few
versus
weeks.
NRG
And
देखोगे ना
so
पूरा
they
पता नहीं
have to
रे कल
imagine
सुबह
that
10:30 बजे
they're
वॉच
basically
पार्टी
just
है.
playing the same role on every single map. And they're just bouncing back and forth between the two of them.
आपको
But
किसी
Dre
कर लूँ तो
is
गुस्सा नहीं
available to be
करोगे.
substituted in between maps in this series.
yeah,
Should it be
just in
required?
case,
Please stop
get
that.
the Dre chamber back.
Please
on
stop
Sunset.
that.
I mean, like you said, he is up there in the stats, one of the highest ranked players in the playoffs. Leaf has big shoes to fill, which is a situation we did not expect to see
Elimination
ourselves
match
in,
है?
but is
नहीं रे.
genuinely
Upper
the
bracket
truth.
finals
Like,
है. ये जो
where
जीतेगा
other
वो
players
grand
on
final
G2
जाएगा.
in the
जो हारेगा
playoffs
वो
have
lower
maybe
bracket.
been lacking in terms of the fragging, kind of looking at Trent at the moment, honestly. But Baby Bay has been the guy to step up for them and really perform in the server.
Bangs at 6-1, by the way. This is a less played map for Sen, but on 100 Thieves, this was his bread and butter. Dominant over on the B side of the map, especially on defense.
His
Time out लेके क्या
really
किए देखते हैं
phenomenal.
अभी.
Jonah wants to get aggressive there, take a timing
पैसा
against
दिख रहा है
Narrate, but
Narrate.
ultimately shower control is going to be lost for the defenders.
3 जन ये खेल रहे हैं. 2
Gets
जन
a free orb there.
2
Does that
जन
pull
B.
out?
I mentioned it on the prior round in the case of Zekin, but when you're running this double duelist comp, you just want to be min-maxing orbs as much as possible and just cycle
अच्छा, ये तो buy round नहीं है.
after dimensional drift for powerful
time out काय के लिए
executes
लिए?
converted into round wins.
Valorant is now on the A side of the map, playing that more standard lamps position and is throwing that one way towards short. The attention seems to be more so over towards the B side now for Sentinels. Orb still there for the taking, so
Yeah, 4
they
on
can
B,
have
chat.
both this round.
G2, they have stacked up here. Sen could try to teleport away, but that's not going to be the case. They are going right in there. Narrate with the first.
Remember, the guns are all
Right.
There's 2 rifles for
All
G2.
right.
They're gonna squeeze
Hard
something
round.
out of it, but it's going to be Trent Classic. And then Jonah chimes in.
थ्रो की
Mill around for quite some time and eventually
सेंटिनल ने थ्रो की मैं बता रहा हूँ वो रिकॉन है उधर तो सब लोग एक करके क्यों जाने के मर रहे भाई सेन ने थ्रो किया रहा हूँ ज्यादा हिलने लग गए इससे ये देखो रिवील में 3 जन रिवील हो रहे हैं अरे भाई पिस्टल से हेडशॉट मारे जा रहा है क्या मस्करी है नहीं ये क्या मस्करी गेम प्ले था भाई
I mean, Jonah's involved in every elimination that round. That was a massive horn that set some easy classic kills up for Trent inside the smoke.
Sun will still have more than enough.
Maskari gameplay था maskari.
Jaw is now
ओए
got the operator. Gonna be a value here. Second over the top.
आराम से ठंडा ले काम.
Orbital strike over towards triple. Narrate's going to take that
अरे
position.
बराबर
Jonah was going to be in trouble either way.
दो मार दी.
Has found himself 2 out of fence. Now going
Bro,
to the
wow.
annihilation. Narrate's having to catch up with John.
Leaf is back. Oh
and Zelsus
my.
eventually will descend into Shelob's lair. I'm glad he's not just stepping into Dre's shoes in-game, apparently.
That was some sick anchoring and a combination of ultimates as well coming out from G2.
That's actually
that
horrifying,
flush
bro.
everything out of showers straight into the waiting hands
That
of Leaf.
2K with one spray was diabolical, by the way.
It was looking good for Sen as well.
Map
They did a good
this.
job finding these opening kills.
Nah, that was horrendous.
Yeah, all right.
That is absurd.
Is it a little easy?
I haven't played the game in 2 weeks. You guys suck.
Really?
Really is taken after Dre, hasn't he?
Who's next?
I'm sorry, that
Yed भगा दी
so
chat.
direct of him, isn't it?
Yed भगा दी.
That drift that he's been farming for the last couple rounds.
Picture बना दी भाई
A lot
उसकी.
of info, gets the control of lamps as well, so Sen should be able to.
Cinema
It
gameplay.
looks like they want to take some control, perhaps back sight. The smoke's place for heaven, but they're not able to do it.
Stealth drone gets in very deep onto the site here, and
G2 have so much space to get back in, and they want to do it.
Trent's already inching his way out of fence now. Here's the guided salvo. Jonah's able to find Zelsus stood on the side itself, but there was still a stick. Narrate sitting tight inside lamp. Shorty out inside the pit.
Yeah, it's all about finding success in this
Alt
fight.
cool the, alt cool the.
He's going to get the first. There's the showstopper as well.
Doesn't connect. Valen's able to bring him down in midair, but Narrate goes to work inside halls anyway. Rifle now.
W.
Trent steps forward. There's a poison orb in the way.
Good
That was
movie,
just a
bhai.
tap
Good
of the
movie.
spike. Narrate though has got a timing. Surely Bang should be able to hold his ground here, and he does. The Viper's been instrumental, and now Narrate
Oh, what a
steps
shot.
up.
Oh,
Little
दोनों
bit
one
wayward.
HP.
Jonah knocked low, but Narrate now might need to rely on
What?
Bang, and he delivers.
वो backside
at
से
least one.
shorty से मारा
Trent,
उसको.
No time to
Crazy
work,
round.
he knows it. Has to sheepishly back away from the spike and work it out alive. It's Sen. Edge back out in front.
Huge ult भाई, huge ult. उन लोगों को हॉल्स लेना चाहिए था एक साथ.
You mentioned it, but on this map, he is an absolute force. That was always the case with 100 Thieves in the past. This round was 100% reliant on him in that pit to come up huge.
लीव 2 हफ्ते नहीं खेल के भी मार रहा है और एक आप वो कभी नहीं मार पाते.
G2 just regained all the space. That pit was the only option, the only win con that they had left, and they make it work.
Yeah, gives them that foothold there in that post plant on A, and G2 cannot get in for the life of them. Joel's got himself an op. Trent here with a shoulder peek now, won't see a whole lot of action. No presence at all over on the A side of the map for Sentinels so far. They're going to work B with a split.
Jaw has that shower control opposite side with the op. Sentinels going to be able to get another one of these orbs. They want to prio it to John. He's got the Nightfall available now. They can leave Narrate inserted over towards B long. You know, perhaps if a Prowler comes, he'll be able to show presence and break it, but then he has that gate crash going all the way back towards short so he can meet up with the rest of the team.
It's going to be annoying. Narrate able to clear that stealth drone, so G2 still have to stay here.
This is exactly what Sen want to do, right? They want to keep that presence being shown here and then suddenly burst into that A site when Narrate teleports away.
Oh man, he's so annoying. He's able to gate crash out as well, but it's going to play, and who can still wire?
Here comes that Nightfall going to get the tag on the Valen, who's going to be fully routed out of the site.
Bang's getting some serious penetration over towards the B side, though. He might catch straight on the rotate. It's an open here, a TP play.
Crazy opening
at the
मिला है.
disposal of Sentinels, but it's staying
But
at
plant ले
A. They
लिया.
stick it there as well.
They go for a relatively
इको आ जाएगा अगला G2 का भाई लीफ क्या इम्पैक्ट दे रहा है ओह क्रेजी अरे माँ कसम हक दी ना सेन ने
He has to get here in time to help Zekin. He's been sprinting paint shells here. Valen just teases that out. There's also a snake bite on the spike. Zekin's got to be wary, bang in trouble. Jaws able to trade him out now. Zekin will fall. It's tit for tat stuff here on Bind. G2 lock it down on the retake.
This is 2 rounds in a row where G2 have done a great job on that.
Crazy retake, crazy retake. By aim पे retake है पूरा.
Entire back half.
पूरा aim पे
not
retake.
able to get that forward control, so G2 can apply a lot.
इसके पहले वाले का नोटिफिकेशन नहीं आया. कोई दिक्कत की बात नहीं है ध्रुव भाई. अच्छा इसके पहले के गूगल पे का 10 रुपए के नीचे वाले का नहीं आता भाई. Thank you for the 10 ध्रुव भाई. Love you.
And Sen, you know, yeah, exactly. It's like those little things,
go
right?
Boys,
adding
go
up.
boys.
He's not giving up all of that space. Isn't forced to give up
Zekin
all that space.
नहीं आया आज. ऐसा
Retains
विषय क्या?
control of shower. Great retake positions, despite Sen's seeming success on the past couple rounds, getting the spike down. They are dead broke.
ले चापटी.
Jaw catches there right straight away.
Why lag
He's
shot?
able to fall back, of course, with the gate crash. Zekin wants himself the orb for his trouble, and he'll have it. The weapons are not good here for Sentinels.
And the money isn't good for G2, so crucial for them, the tail end of this half, that they get a very clean anti-eco and retain these rifles, the operator for Jaw. Starting to pay dividends now.
देखो जाकर क्लच भाई ग्राइंड कर रहा होगा मुंबई सर्वर में 2 घंटे से खेल रहा है.
To work the other extremity of the map, they've lost that.
क्लच भाई को डिस कर रहे हो तुम लोग.
Of course. Jaw going to be lined up pretty nicely for this. G2 adamant about anchoring the back part of this A side, no matter what round it's been. Valen just crushes Zelsis, who's had a quiet opening to the series so far, and he's surely going to win.
Villa shot, off मिल गई. 2-4, भाई सब 2v3. अरे यार एक किल लेना था.
A little bit dangerous.
Might at least have an opportunity here for a plant, get some more cash for Sen on the future rounds.
Backside, yeah, that's where G2 are filtering into now. One in the chamber for bang, but it doesn't connect.
भाई देखो प्लीज ताकि 2 भी जाता. अरे ड्रू भाई वो एक्चुअली वो जो फोन है वो मदर इंडिया का है. मदर इंडिया अभी सो गई है तो अभी वो देख नहीं सकता, तो उसने आपने देखा क्या था वो बता दो. थैंक यू सो मच ड्रू भाई फॉर द 5 CR ऑन गूगल पे. लव यू. थैंक यू सो मच ड्रू गेमिंग. भाई टाइम आउट आ गया.
Dimensional drift, orbital strike heading into this next round. And those can be a nice little combo as well. Pinging players out.
ये बताओ चैंपियंस 2025 कब आएगी? सितंबर.
Jonah getting a season there as well, calling out player position from that Yori wall.
This is reminiscent actually of some of the adjustments that C9 made against Sentinels across a couple of maps in that
मैंने
series.
फोन घुमाया था रियाट को.
Catch Sen as they're hitting that side
वो
fast.
लोग बोले
playing with that level of disrespect.
आएगा.
And that's why here we're seeing Leaf play ahead of the Heaven smoke. That's why we're seeing Valen being really reluctant to fall off the site entirely. G2 don't want to put themselves into a retake scenario against the Sen team.
G2 देखो 5-4 हो
the
गया
inverse will be true on the other side. Sen are going to be playing against the deadlock. When they move to defense, they can't afford to do that either. They can't afford
so
to
chat
give
में
the
थोड़ा
site
nap
to let
लिया
the
था.
deadlock set up, put a wall in your way, and force you to retake from one singular angle.
See if over on that A side, Sen are going to adjust their play in regard to how those backside fights
चल ये बैंक की मदर इंडिया है.
happening. If they can maybe try to find a timing where you could have narrate pop a flash out from one of those sites.
ध्रुव भाई थैंक यू फॉर 10 रुपए ऑन गूगल पे. अच्छा फिर बोलो चैंपियंस कौन जीतेगा? मेरे हिसाब से चैंपियंस जीतने वाला है DRG, चाइना की टीम.
It's been that transitional moment where G2 are just overwhelming them on the A takes.
जॉगमेमो का अल्ट है.
Chaotic start to the round. Nose is pressed to the barrier here. Looks like it's a really early prowler off rip.
Time to jump.
Narrate might want to imply some short control.
I mean, it's looking like we just want to go for a fast hit. Zekin is caught up right now in the C's, but no one will be there to spam away.
There is a sonic sensor ahead of them, though. They've got to be a little bit careful. They don't walk into that. There's a grab there aspect of it. Coming out. Special delivery fed straight back to Trent. It's a trade.
Wow.
Bang able to get that shot up. Just the ability actually concussed him, and now Zekin, aggression.
Valen's not sure about how
to look
this. He wanted to push out of
vents there for a moment, but he actually backs off.
He'll have to support Leap, but they still have backside control here, Wyatt, and bang, almost get tickled by that orbital strike, but Sen have had to retreat here to the extremities of A short.
Jaws pushed up so far, scoped in with the op in the corner, a little ridiculous. What's going to happen here, though? SEN have fully cut noise, but Jaw, he's getting that passive information towards B. So these G2 players, they're not going to move. Leaf and Valen, they are steadfast in the positions right now. Jaw's even creeping more further forward, and now they have the audio cue on Bang.
There's no one to really cover Bang from that position. John is trying to watch, I think, in towards that Lamp's position. Can't see Valen.
I can't believe Bang is alive, down to 7 HP, and
there's the contact take.
क्या बात है ज़ेकेन भाई स्पाइडर सेंस हो गया ना बनता है
Valen's going to be forced off this line.
तो इससा देखने आया वो
a plant, but not quite sticking it. Zelsus is set up in shower though.
Wow. शावर मार देता ना वो अगर
Good reposition there from Zelsus. Valen now again still controlling that backside.
क्या बात है Zelsus वाह कसम what a peak bro
huge noise cut there
off
from
angle
SEN.
बना दी
And they actually lose out early on that player towards Lamp
shoot
side.
वे what a round
yeah, they take that
एमर
really
लोगे ना वे
fast
एमर
execute
लोगे
in towards
भाई
A. They
सेकंड
do
पीछे
actually
कैसा
fight
मुड़ा
through
रिच
lamps.
है
They do get a kill backside. And then they
भाई टाइम आउट में शायद
play
मुंह
things
धो के आ गया
slowly.
वो
Second was well aware that a flank could have been coming from Jaw.
What a
from
gameplay.
Market. Catches him for free.
what a gameplay
Great trading, really. I mean, that moment as well where Leaf gets the kill, it was instant from Zelsus to get that one back onto him.
Yeah, they had the time to set up those really nice
अल्ले को आ
crossfires.
गया
And this game has been so back and forth. G2.
अबे कितना चिल्ला रहे कान में भाई चाव 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 चुप हो जाओ भाई हाथ जोड़ता हूँ भाई
And they are relegated to Sheriffs.
It's an even game here heading into the 11th.
No one's economy has
all
been
out there.
safe. And that's why Narrate has picked up the Outlaw here. He has been purchasing that a couple times on attack.
Self-drone here is just going to try and clear up short.
John does get the spot on Zekin, and Zekin, he gets the spot on him. Going to be forced back by that haunt.
It's a pretty aggressive position inside hookah there for Valen. Really pushed up on that edge.
अबे मुंह बंद कर ले
Throw out a flash for his teammates again. Narrate is working towards short, just hoping that someone is going to show themselves on that A side. Okay, a G2 moment.
He was looking good.
That's a G2 moment.
Leaf could be spotted out here, actually affected by that boom block. Now back over towards the site. 38 seconds left of the round. We have the dimensional drift now from Jaw. There's definitely plenty of information to be gained on this part of the map.
And Leaf is trying to entrench himself here over towards Lamps. He's going to have support from Trent back sight. Can he catch a timing?
Oh, ugly. Okay,
Bro, कितना low कर दिया
They
Narrate
stacked
को
up with Trent inside Lamps here. And
Bro,
Zekin's ready for a
Bang
backstab
dead.
attempt. It's going to be
गया
Trent
round
winning it
गया
out. Over on that
7-5
Lamp side
half
now, the options are getting limited for Sentinels. They're
Oh,
going back to
hell
play here,
nah,
but Jonah
bro.
is a problem. Another Sheriff pick. Down to Zelsus and Narrate, and they're just caught milling about the sites. A full
Flawless,
capitulation
by the
for
way.
Sentinels there.
Second time they've been ecoed in this half by G2, and more than anything, it's come down to good positional play from G2. Neither of their ecos were just a guy randomly gets a couple sheriff kills, crazy headshots.
Crazy.
No, they actually outplay SEN in the macro game. On the prior one, they stacked the right site, and on this one, off of Jaw's ultimate, committing a dimensional drift on a pure eco, gets all of the information for the team to fully encircle SEN on this A site. Helps as well.
क्या डबल होल्ड किया भाई और वो टीटी में जो टीटी मार के मारे ना भाई शावर में
Close angle. Then he goes looking and goes up against a player who's better equipped than he is, still wins that out. And all of a sudden, it just starts to come down like a house of cards.
You could just
Kushal,
feel
thank
from
you so much
the
for
point
the
of view
11
of the
on
Sentinels
Google
player,
Pay,
the
मेरे भाई.
walls
Thank you so much
closing
for the
in on them,
11
the
rupees on
pressure that
Google
they
Pay.
were under. You could feel it getting dangerous.
Might be a pop here out of Hookah straight off the rip. Better weapons for G2. Sen already down to an awkward buy in this last round of the half. With a bucket,
Player,
pretty well
क्या
pointed in
call,
that position.
क्या
Just didn't
beautiful
have an
call भाई.
opportunity to actually
That was like the most
click them out
handsome call I have
one
ever
more
seen,
time.
bro.
Probably would have gotten that
This is
kill on
freaking
Jonah.
horrendous.
Second had a showstopper that's not even going to be able to be used in this half.
Already down 2 players, and like you said, yeah, no chance in this half of that.
That being said, every remaining Sentinels player will have an opportunity to use an ultimate here, and it's maybe going to start with Narrate.
That was the B-side gate crash faked. It does pull G2 out to have a look and confirm.
Someone wants to get in back sight. Oh no, he's being botted!
That is so rude. Narrate though, caught inside the vestiges of the dimensional drift. It takes some team damage, and they're from the molly as well. Awkward stuff, but he's in and on the site. That's the most important
क्या
part.
बात है,
Eventually,
वाह.
G2 getting cleared out. Valen determined to give it a
कैसा
count
मारा
himself
बे
here
हॉल
and not
वाला
give the
I mean
space up for free. Now has to walk into the fight. Tears Banks' head off.
Oh my god, and he just gets out of
Bro.
there. Waiting for his teammate. Valen is playing this so intelligently.
And there's no plant still. Zelsis doesn't have the space. Nice shot here on the Leafs direction. And Valen.
भाई
Oh yeah.
ये
That's a
player है
captain's round for you.
That's just
वलीन भाई
Valen
player
looked
है
like he did
माँ
last week
कसम।
against NRG as well. Look, I mean, it's literally
Bro,
the same.
ये
Jonah and
वलीन
Valen
player
are the
है
two players with the
भाई।
most kills on G2. There's something about
वैलन
this
भाई
map where that duo just activates.
जड़ भगा दी ना
He
वैलन
played
भाई ने।
this so intelligently, man.
Shit.
Every single kill, he didn't get greedy. He didn't go for more.
Insane.
He just possessed him, runs away. with
घाई
the
किया भाई
ecstasy,
घाई किया Zelsis ने।
comes back in when his teammate was rapping from hookah. It's so smart.
Zelsis studiously ignoring Valen to the best. He knows he's standing up. He's full aware of that. 7 and 5 and a half.
7-5,
G2 get a
bye.
couple crucial rounds to put them in the lead halfway through by.
गेमर लोग तो है भाई G2 में आप। That is this the game that's
I know
gonna
what you're
to be?
thinking. Total glow up. What's her secret? Fine, I'll spill. I totally upgraded with Verizon. Everyone gets a free phone with any plan, even if you're already a customer, like me. Now I have Google Gemini. It's like a little glam squad in my pocket. Gemini, what eye makeup goes with this lipstick? I'd suggest a classic cat eye. Wow, setting the bar high for daycare pickup.
फोन नहीं दे रही। हज भाई एक गार्लिक जोक सुनाओ। नहीं मैं एक जोक सुनाता हूँ सुनो। क्वेश्चन है क्वेश्चन। देखो जब एक चिकन छोटा था तो उसको स्कूल में छोड़ने के लिए कौन जाता था? चिकन कीमा, चिकन कबाब। ठीक है इतना अच्छा तो है यार जोक।
Some fantastic clutch situations. The most recent there, that round 12 where Valen plays to perfection over on that B side, completely undoing Sentinels and particularly Zelsis.
Over percent, it has been all about
बोलता रहे
Fang.
भाई
He
नींद आ
is
जाएगी साले।
in top form today. We didn't see that in his last match against Cloud9, which was a rare underperformance from the man who has been positive in every single series he's had in Stage 2 until that match, and he has bounced back immediately.
What can he do on this defense side? He's notorious for being a dominant player from that position.
His anchoring on B is mental, but right now G2, they've inserted themselves into lamps, trying to get some forward positions, play around this wall from Leaf and get a safe plant if they can.
Okay, Rudu, it's
The wall
okay.
really
Love
breaks
you.
up
Take care.
back
Good
sight
night.
a little bit there. You can sort of see it can be skirted around
Oh,
by
what a
Narek. He does
knee!
so. Second so far, playing inside the smoke, and he's caught
क्या
Joe
game
with the
बजा
tank shell, but
उसका?
the spike was stuck.
He's just able to lob that over. Leaf is tucked into the corner. This is a cheeky little position.
No one can see anything. Narek with his back there, the Leaf gets caught out. Johnny on the swing.
wow.
The timings have been very good here for G2.
John, he can't do anything at half range. He's just stuck in lamps now.
Whatever he can get. Now eyes over towards that Lamb's direction. Trent a little ostracized here inside shower. Valen knew that Zek will be taking the fight to him and Jules found another time.
Oh my god, are you serious? Are you serious?
There's no trade. It is so hard for sending
Bro.
a defuse here. And he's going to keep popping out, taking a shot, pops back down. That is whack-a-mole on hard mode.
That is unbelievable. SEN
9-5.
trying their hardest to just
क्या येड़
avoid him.
भगाई
If
है
we don't
जोगे
look at him,
मुझे?
if we don't acknowledge him, John
प्रीतेश
isn't
भाई ने
real.
100
He
रुपए
can't
दिया
hurt us
लिखा
from
है
lamps.
पादर है जो।
He just finds the perfect moments
यार
to get back out of there and flank them.
यार
That is such a chaotic
100
round.
रुपए दे के hit किया मेरे
So
जोक
much
को
play through these smokes. That's the C's nade combo, of course, that accounts for Jonah. Like, how is Jaw not spotted?
100 रुपए दे के hit कौन करता है यार प्रीतेश भाई
Just sublime.
They were so good. And there was that moment as well where Narrate just isolates himself trying to take showers, gets dealt
वो
with.
लोग
But
वही सोच के हंस रहे रहेंगे कि अरे भाई मेरे को कोई देख रहा ही नहीं है भाई अरे ये भगा दी भाई सेकंड की मां कसम
Yeah, he takes that early play over towards the TP side and now is sheepishly backing up. Caught inside the grab net. Nice little answer to him. He'll be stuck there for most of the round. There's a sonic sensor as well outside the door.
बेबी बे क्यों नहीं खेल रहा है क्योंकि लीफ आ गया ना वापस
He went for the Spectre. He was supposed to buy a Stinger in this situation, but it's all right.
He hasn't played in 2 weeks.
Yeah, he hasn't played for a while.
लीफ को चिकनगुनिया हो गया था
It's kind of the Stinger. That's kind of your team.
तो उसको बोला था मोहम्मद अली रोड जाके मस्त पाया सूप पिएगा ना भाई तो 2 दिन में ठीक हो जाएगा तो फिर मोहम्मद अली रोड आया वो और फिर उसने पाया सूप पिया ठीक हो गया
Zelsis will, yeah, I'll wait the 4 horsemen now, just tucked in this corner, eventually to be dug out by Valen, who can just run and gun. And all of a sudden, G2, you blink, and they add 4 rounds to their total, already putting SEN underwater.
SEN who are going to have to deal with the exact same situation they put G2 in, which was bonus round, whole lot of Stingers going to run it down on them.
It is terrifying how frequently this pays off.
It is horrifying actually.
Oh, and especially
it's not terrifying,
so
it is horrifying.
For G2. They invented this. This is their bread and butter. All right, let's see if SEN can stop the bleeding and get back into this game.
They're taking some long lines on the A side.
Oh my god, that's a crazy lineup.
That's the second round in a row. The Zekin's been caught by an early grab net off the rip.
Yeah, he has to try to get back into laps, retain some positioning, swing off that Prowler.
अरे माँ जॉग ने क्या यू हॉल कंट्रोल लिया bro?
Not the shorty and Lance.
Nah, what is happening, Chad?
Bro is vibing. Last 4 rounds, Jorgmo has been massive. Now, it's 2 rifles handed
That
over.
is going crazy.
To G2.
संस्कार भाई ने 2 यूरो दिया लिखा 2BP इतना बीमार होते रहता है अरे संस्कार भाई actually पी लूँगा लेकिन
the last time we saw Sentinels on this map, they got 1 round against Liquid.
उसके लिए और 2 यूरोस
Not
लगेंगे.
exactly their best outing, and that was kind of maybe fed into the conversation that Kaplan started, saying like our map pool is kind of shallow. And when we get dragged into these best of 5s, or if
thank you so much for the 2 euros. Love you, Sanskar bhai.
Here and potential grand final, we need a
bounce है वो bounce.
Depth is
Lurch भाई यड़ भगा रही है ना G2 तो तुम्हारी.
It kind of feels like at the moment for G2, I mean, what are they missing? Corrode. That's really it, right? They're trying to figure themselves out on that map. But outside of that, they're looking solid on everything. Like, we didn't know what their bind was like until they debuted it against NRG last week. And evidently, this is just the home ground of Valen and Jonah.
And we might have seen this last week because they actually floated this map against NRG. Just never ended up getting it.
Jaw is a menace in lamps.
Bro, his ankles, man.
Bro,
come on.
What is that fade prowler?
Yep, that's Stinger combo.
He's been on a heater
too.
Some of the best plays had all year has been this playoff run. I think he's the 2nd highest rated ACS at the moment.
Not just Yoru all the time.
Yeah, he's finally getting to play some other ages too. Not really the case
Second
here.
again died there.
That's the offense side.
ये बार नीचे खेला था वो.
Shades of Narrate on that first half. Just pushing down short, waiting for a defender to peek. Instant kill onto Zekin.
This is क्या गेम हो रहा है भाई?
Fully forced up.
अपन तो देख रहे थे one-sided gameplay होने वाला है.
The Stinger to play with.
But again, the likelihood of G2 giving them anything for free here is pretty low. G2 looking the map. They got extensive showers control. That was a gate crash out of A by Narrate. Fostering that B-side presence. That leaves Celsius alone at A though, and that is where G2 might be looking to end.
You know, situations like this, you know, when we've seen other teams running this double duelist, you would love to have Celsius really fight doggedly for this space and laps, not give it up so the rest of the team can flood back in. This comp, it's about speed, it's about flooding, fighting together, putting pressure when the spike is going down. But you know, G2, they've been able to circumvent those situations so far. They do it yet again here. Full retake needs to be activated for Sentinels, and it needs to be a success. Their economy is really, really bad right now.
And these crossfires have already been set up, Wyatt. G2 have fallen back into those strong positions, and SEN now have to take the side. They do have the flash to work with. Oh dear. That's a molly that wasn't blocked. Yeah, that's going to give them the hot foot and force Sen to disperse away from the spike for the time being. That was a little angle, maybe even a timing over the top here. John able to find one, narrates, rifle chimes in. John has been marked, they can just sort of try and take a swing on this thing. Maybe just force John off the side, and yep. Here's another save here for Sentinels, and they are very quickly losing their grip on this game. No encounter over at the TP. G2 will stay. Hatch is battened.
Nothing that Sen could do. G2 are so patient there. They really over-indexed in waiting for that molly to come down and body blocking it.
Timeout.
Didn't get on the spike earlier to really get it to half. Time just dwindled way too far. And G2 are just patiently waiting behind these smokes. Didn't need to do a thing.
Move, Alex, you big body. If I die, I swear to gosh.
Thanks for keeping it real rated G for us on that.
I don't think I've ever heard someone say I swear to gosh.
इम्पोर्टेंट है, सुन मेरी बात है। ए, बाल कटाने किसके पास गया था? अरे दिमाग उधर छोड़ के आ गया मेरे भाई तू। अरे क्या हो रहा है? अरे ऐसा डोली क्यों भाई? क्यों लिया फिर? मत बाल कटाया कर ऐसा बीच में टूर्नामेंट के। अरे सर हल्का हो जाता है, फिर वांदे हो जाते हैं हम लोग के इधर। हाँ प्लीज, चैंपियंस तक ऐसा ही चला।
Everything for them to stay in this game. G2 are on a 6-round run at the moment. Started at the end of that first defensive half.
ध्रुव भाई thank you for the 40 rupees on super chat. भाई आप मेरे inspiration हो in Valo.
In the entirety of Americas, of course.
Thank you.
Not just in that Yoru
True, bhai.
flexing around a whole ton.
आप अच्छे बंदों को inspiration रख रहे हो. Proud of you.
Leaf's first deadlock game in his career.
Narate, delete the game. Don't play Duelist again. Dr. Corona नाम है तेरा. Shut up.
Comp from G2 so far, nothing but success. Sound win against NRG, and it looks like they're going to repeat the same against Sentinels unless they.
Bro, दो जन पकड़ने वाला है वो Belong पे.
Everything invested. Skin is caught yet again.
Delta's able to avoid the annihilation. Crucially, Narrate has to hold his ground. It's coming fast here for Sentinels to clearly deal with.
Nice, nice. मौली में चल दिया था ना लीफ. ज़्यादा ही free हो रहा है. Nah, no way, bro. Comeback is on. Comeback is on, baby.
G2 just come out with the fastest of fast hits. Sen stacked up and ready. Good little double face at the end. They're out of the smoke to clean things up.
OG.
A chance to wrangle that round back.
Crazy ult. ये लीफ क्या किया पता नहीं भाई. Direct city घुस गया मूली में.
Back in after being caught in the net for the third time instantly. I mean, these net lineups from Leaf have been
मस्त शिशी.
a lot of early value.
Moments like that, it seems
वाह
like
अबे G2 के ult देखो कितने आ रहे.
Many such rounds against C9 where they simply took these aggressive fights. So look how far forward on this B side they're playing wide. They want another close fight.
They want to fight over this orb because Josh surely is going to go for trying to get
that dimensional
Jogamo,
must narrate.
Narrate deals with him effectively. Valen going to get the orbital strike though. Still so many ultimates going to be available in the near future for G2. And Leaf is on point today.
Still deep anchor positions for the remainder of Sen.
Leaf तो आज मचा रहा है भाई उसको.
Feels like he never left.
बीमार बफ हो गया उसको.
Hasn't skipped a beat.
I don't think he was telling the truth about the
Azari Manus buff.
Thing, honestly. Just makes it sound worse, but
I know it's possible. He plays a lot of RuneScape. I don't know how much he was really playing Valorant.
Donated 10 rupees.
So far, he's definitely been farming level 99 in this
Sanskar, thank you for the 10 rupee on Google Pay. Sanskar Gupta, mera bhai, thank you so much.
Here with Zelsis, try and play off this.
ध्रुव भाई ने 10 रुपए दिया Google Pay पे और लिखा है रणवीर अलाहाबादिया बियर बाइसेप्स की. उसके आगे आपका चैट नहीं आया ध्रुव भाई.
Wants to go forward.
Leaf is watching this. Obviously, we're getting the Sonic sense and Narrate's able to win out against Joe.
दोनों इधर ही है.
Out of that smoke, if I'm not
mistaken. तेजू उधर क्या कर रहा है ये
these down from Hookah.
Both Sen players are just isolated little mini
games. अरे player ना बनता है.
Won't be given a chance to escape, but that spike is out in the open. Trent with nothing to do.
I've seen that somewhere, chat.
Pack it in for the next round and send
I've seen that somewhere.
Two together.
Narrate really finds its footing in this round. Big impact. Like that SEN super
इनके
aware
headphones
that
में
G2
बाहर की
are
आवाज
going
नहीं
to
आती,
really try to get
little
towards
आती है.
those orbs with multiple players just being one away. So they fight over that B control, especially you can just have your Yoru here in front of the smoke. You can teleport away, wins that duel against Jaw. And then from there, look at that timing again out of the smoke.
आपकी stream देखते रहेंगे, true भाई.
Literally narrating Zelsis, the two of them just kind of working together with Util, or at least Zelsis giving him smokes and stuff, but and you know, Bang
भाई साहब दुबई का पैसा येड भगा दिए, येड भगा दिए, दुबई का पैसा आ गया.
There's that dimensional trip that Jaw got on the prior round. Second wants to avoid being caught in the grab net this time, and he does it.
It's a very nerdy grab net.
Oh, what a shot narrate, यही तो चाहिए था.
Out of the equation here, no Teho on deck.
Oh, जॉगे में मचा रहा
Flash out of the smoke again.
है. Bro, wow. Huh? You got one more.
Playing here for Sentinels, Wyatt.
Bro, that's a GG.
Outrageous from Jaw.
अबे SEN का बाय भी नहीं है बनता है, क्या सीन है ये?
Into those bullets at the end, and this should be it for Sentinels. I mean, Bang could try to make something happen. He's got a lot of cash right now. Maybe get that first kill towards Lamps.
GG भाई, खत्म.
Trying to do something. I mean, Leaf's precision with these has been unbelievable.
विराज भाई ने 36 dirhams दिया है chat. W हो जाए chat में भाई. 36 दुबई का पैसा. Actually 37.
We haven't seen a ton of deadlock this year, so
Thank you
really
so much, Viraj bhai. WWF in the chat for Viraj Gaming YT channel. बहुत सारा प्यार आपको, बहुत सारा love and kisses into your lips, Viraj bhai.
I have not seen so many of those connect in one game. I don't think ever.
And many of them are set plays as well.
You for the huge 36 Dubai का पैसा. भाई इसने मचाया ना भाई.
I mean, I can't blame Second for trying to be able to get a kill when he's getting out of the dimensional drift. But it's such a chaotic moment that Zelsis, he doesn't even realize he's exposing himself to that potential angle, because why would that be a potential angle to die from? The moment
720 रुपए वो, I'm rich.
Far too chaotic to realize the Jaw could get a free kill there.
Because a chance for multiple Sentinels ultimates to be developed off orbs at the start of this round. They had no control of the A side orb. So that will go to Leaf. More tentative here, yeah.
मेरे तो मार देता भाई वो शॉट. कितना बेकार रिएक्शन टाइम है.
Operator's going to stave them off for now. Just takes the fight.
Crazy fight.
Every now and then he
Crazy
just
fight.
like that in.
यार ऐसे fights लेने बहुत important है. मैं कल से लूँगा ऐसे fights.
What an important round for him to get an edge of just a raw swing.
He is really starting to light up G2 on defense.
888 है. Oh my god, I'm so rich.
Playing with this operator, Narrate can take that first contact, teleport away, and then
निकाल दिया Narrate ने.
Controlling over towards the lamps, and that's another free one.
Icar! अबे यार second. Beater है रे second, beater है.
That's a value losses. Well, now there's going to be lamps control set up for G2. Yeah, they'll be slowed up here a little bit. That's to be expected. In the meantime, Bang is wending his way towards it.
G2 के ults बहुत crazy है.
Allow Bang to maybe get a better, more optimal timing on this flank. Zen had a little bit of utility to get back in with on John.
Expect करेंगे by flank.
That haunt, prowler, etc.
Spike planted.
John is watching for this. They spot out Bang. He just needs to live. He just needs to be a nuisance.
Yep, keep him contained here on short. The best thing he can be doing right now. Oh! It's Armageddon!
Game over कर दीस. Game over कर दीस. भाई साहब.
Utility in the moment, and just the realization, you know, the calls from Bang coming there, that him being alive, he's got them, contained towards lamps. He sees, wait, they're all getting stacked up there.
विराज भाई ने और 37 dirham दिए और लिखा है अरे तुम अमीर हम यही तो चाहते हैं. Bro, एक और 900 रुपए भेजा है dirham भाई बोल रहा हूँ, सॉरी विराज भाई ने. W हो जाए अगेन विराज भाई के लिए. मैं अमीर होना चाहता हूँ, यही चाहते हो तो भाई भेज दो फिर 1-2 लाख अभी बनानी को लगा. थैंक यू सो मच यार, मींस अ लॉट.
Is that Armageddon cutting through? Just clears that backside position, denies triple, followed up by a stealth drone. All the info, all the positioning here for G2.
Get that wall placed very deep as well, so Second going to have to spend some time breaking that. However, the plant is temporarily denied by
Thank you
defender
so much,
utility
Dhiram
coming
bhai.
through. I don't even know if Second is aware that that wall
Viraj
is
bhai
right
का
in front
नाम
of him, to be
Dhiram bhai
honest,
आज.
because there's a dimensional drift running in now, and that'll give the info. Narrate,
He's able to get through it.
able to circumvent all of that, able to get into showers, even Nightfall.
A lot of good nightfall. Yeah,
Bro, वो smoke में खोल दिया shower के. What? Oh my god, GG chat.
Feet planted inside lanes,
Nah.
impossible to clear until John finally carves him out with the operator. But at SEN now down to 2 players. 4 up for G2, and Zelsus has to go looking for something, an edge to find. It's the Tehu off the map. Spot
No,
Leaf as the
how?
smoke clears,
Oh
but
my god, Leaf. Bhai, Leaf.
not missed a day of regulation play. Leaf ends the game with a fancy little 2K to make it a convincing bind outing for G2.
That was some of the best deadlock play I've ever seen. Honestly, all of the utility pieces were getting massive value. Ends that game.
लीफ बीमार था तो वो 20 दिन गेम खेला नहीं और अचानक आने के बाद वो ऐसा परफॉर्म कर रहा है. That's hella sus, chat. I gotta tell you, that's hella sus.
In top form,
That's
just as
hella
he left.
sus.
I just love the way that G2 played this map with the comp.
ये
The
क्या
layers
pistol
of
round था
utility
भाई?
that they have
That's hella
to
sus.
stall out SEN. You're playing against a double duelist comp that thrives on
Easy,
running
Naliko,
back
Yuki.
into these sites. But look at this. There's no situation where SEN are actually able to get back in to fight over the spike, over the plant. They're just stuck in spawn because there's too much. There's the walls. There can be missiles from Trent. What are they supposed to do? The comp is not able to operate as intended with the way that G2 are playing.
W कैसे हो ब्रो? किडमैन में मस्त हो. तुम कैसी हो? जवान किया? वाओ, ये क्या मूर्ति है पप्पा की. ओ भाई, वाओ, ब्यूटीफुल भाई, ब्यूटीफुल. बहुत बढ़िया. और मूर्ति कितनी प्यारी है, मुकुट कितना मस्त है.
Ari Tum Mango Ba.
चैट, विराज भाई नहीं मान रहे. शिट. Viraj bhai with another 36 dirhams. Dirham bhai going crazy. Nah, Dirham bhai is going crazy, bro. Thank you so much. अरे तुम मांगो बस. अबे तो दे दो यार विराज भाई, एक दो और फेंक ही दो मतलब. मतलब थैंक यू यार Dirham भाई. लव यू. Oh, simulation chat up, bro. Wow, bro, this is so good. अबे ये वायर्स वगैरह भी इसमें ही फोल्ड हो गई है, ब्रो. व्हाट भाई, सब कुछ फोल्ड हो गया. ये कितने का मिलता है? कितना सही है ये. इसको देखो. ये पनीर खाने आ गया, छोटा पनीर. ब्रो गिफ्ट मी बबलगन शेरिफ आईडी. एक लाफा दूंगा ना, मेरे को खाने देना भाई. ये 2 लाख की चेयर है, 2 लाख की ये. अरे भाई 2 लाख में ऐसे मैं 2000 बना दूंगा. ओ इधर लिखा है रेसिंग रिग 35K प्लस एंड द VR इज प्ले स्टेशन VR. देखो 35K में बन रहा है भाई, मस्त. वर्थ इट है, बनता है, वर्थ इट है. इग्नोर टेबल्स एजेस. Good. Never miss your stream. Always learn from you. I enjoy your streams so much. फोटोशॉप चैनल पे रीवॉच कर रहा है. ब्यूटीफुल गाय. डार्की भाई की टीम बनाई रहेंगी सिर्फ. डिवीजन क्या चल रहा है? हाँ भाई मेसी मेरे टीम में होना मेरा एक सपना है यार। अभी तो मेरे को ये बनाना ही नहीं है, अभी तो मेरे को फीफा खेलना ही नहीं है भाई, क्योंकि अभी सबको ही 99 मिले जा रहे। अभी हो गया फीफा, अभी डायरेक्ट अगले साल, मतलब अगले साल मतलब अभी अगला सीजन। डिवीजन 2 चल रहा है, कितना खेलता है भाई?
हेलो, आप मेरे रूम में क्या कर रहे हो? आप मेरे को सोता हुआ देख रहे थे ना? एकदम शर्म नहीं आती है आपको?
काट डाल भाई,
मेरे को सोता हुआ देख रहे थे,
काट डाल, उंगली काट डाल इसकी।
शर्म नहीं आती है आपको? आपको उठाना चाहिए था ना, उठा के बोलना चाहिए था कि साथ में सोते हैं। यहाँ 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 यहाँ।
Wow, beautiful setup, bro. I like your second monitor. Goated song, ये गाना क्या है भाई? कोट पिंक मैटर, फ्रैंक ओशियन, आंड्रे 3086, कॉटन कैंडी, माजिन बू, oh, dim the lights and fall into you, oh. Oh, both value together. साला डायमंड पहुंच गया इसमें, क्या ग्राइंड कर रहा भाई ये? चढ़, ये हेवी ग्राइंड कर रहा है, क्रेजी शिट। टकलू हैवान। एडिटोरियल चेटअप। चैट, मैंने एक चीज देखी थी, सुनो, कि जिस इंसान का थंब थोड़ा सा स्लाइटली टेढ़ा होता है, उसकी नहीं, अगर एक बंदे का जो थंब है वो सीधा होता है, ठीक है, तो उसकी अरेंज मैरिज होती है। अगर उसका थंब स्लाइटली टेढ़ा होता है, जैसे इसका तो सीधा है तो इसका तो अरेंज मैरिज है, स्लाइटली टेढ़ा होता है तो लव मैरिज होती है, और एकदम ही बेंट रहती है, ऐसा उल्टा बेंट रहती है, तो अरेंज प्लस लव हो जाती है। मेरी कौन सी होगी बताओ?
Al Kabi Dubai Harsh Bai.
विराज भाई ने 8 दिरहम दिया है और लिखा है आओ कभी दुबई हर्ष भाई। आना तो है दुबई एक्चुअली विराज भाई, बस 1 लाख इकट्ठा कर रहा हूँ, उसके लिए 1 लाख बचे बस इकट्ठा करने के। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द 7.29 dirhams अगेन, एंड थैंक यू सो मच फॉर ऑल द डोनेशंस विराज भाई, लव यू। नहीं होगी 4 शादी होगी डब्ल्यू भाई साहब, फिर तो डिवोर्स ऐसा मत लिख यार। ओइला सुंदर भाई, क्या अलग ही मूर्ति है ना, क्रेजी। मीट तेहाल यानी, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर दैट 29 रुपीज। मीत भाई लव यू। अनबॉक्सिंग कर रहा हूँ अभी, WROJ स्टोरी वोरी पे डालना जरा टैग करके, भारी ना भाई। शादी के दिन डिवोर्स कैसे होता है? क्या क्या क्या? गोस्ट ऑफ टोशिमा। ब्रो अभी जस्ट चालू किया है तुमने गेम, यू आर अबाउट टू एंटर अ गेम जो लाइफ टाइम तेरे साथ रहेगा बंटा है। फाइट फॉर योर ऑनर। पैसा छोड़ 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 मुंह पे मार। हाँ इसकी वापिस किया ना, बैन डायरेक्ट, ठीक है ना, डायरेक्ट बैन। ऐसे नहीं ये करते, बिहेव करते अपने डॉग के साथ। रिसेंटली लफी का लैंप लिया, बाय द वे वन पीस देखा? हाँ वन पीस तो देखा हूँ मैंने। वाओ ब्रो ये कितना मस्त है। शिट, a nut died on the beach। क्रेजी, क्या गेम है, क्या थॉट है ना यार उस पे। उसको गोश्त बुलाते हैं भाई।
Kaplan makes, they're saying that they're the comp that they can't run away from. G2 are playing a comp with a chamber in there and a
Bye bye bye, good night, good night Drago bye, love you। अब ऑफर क्यों हो रहे हो हैं? अरे ये लफी सेटअप देखा है अपन पहले भी नहीं रे, वो लैंप पहली बार देख रहा हूँ मैं। गुड नाइट SKKS। अभी कौन सोता है, कितना बजा है अभी? 3:30, 3:30 बजे लोग उठते हैं सो के। मैं तो सो के उठता था भाई 3:30 बजे शार्प, क्योंकि सुसु ही जोर से लगती थी। सुसु करके वापस सो जाता था मैं। कभी भी सोने से पहले ज़्यादा पानी नहीं पीने का, नहीं तो काम 25 हो जाता है। और इसी भाई टंकी भर जाती है ना हैवी, और फिर तुम लोगों को ऐसा सपना भी आ सकता है जिसमें तुम टंकी खाली करने के लिए एक जगह गए हो और फिर तुम्हारी टंकी खाली हो रही रहती है, लेकिन असल में तुम अपने बेड में होते और तुम्हें एकदम गरम गरम कुछ तो फील होने लगता है और बहुत अच्छा लगता है वो, लेकिन फिर तुम्हें रियलाइज होता है
And probably left a little bit to be desired if you're part of SEN City.
अच्छा भाई मेरे को आपके ब्रांड का टी-शर्ट लेना है बट डोंट नो विच साइज टू बाय, कैन यू हेल्प मी? तू बाकी ऐसे मॉल वगैरह से अगर लेता है तो कौन से साइज का लेता है? वही साइज का ले। 6.4 फीट हाइट है तेरा, तो बहुत बड़ा है भाई तू तो। मेरा रिसेंट वाला जो ये है ना, क्या हो सकता है, मेरा रिसेंट वाला जो टी शर्ट है ना वाइपर वाला, वो वाइपर वाले के फोटोज में साइज चार्ट है, वो साइज चार्ट रेफर कर सब टी शर्ट्स के लिए।
And I think when you're looking at this Sentinels map pool overall, you're needing Sunset to be right up there at the top, as it was for them throughout their run last year in 2024, right? Where they were able to lean on this. This year it's been a lot about Lotus.
I need somebody to lean on.
Entered the pool. But if they can have 3 maps at the top, I think then they're really starting to cook with something. They're going to need to come out swinging here, though. G2 were on a sick run to close out that last game. Absolutely dominant. Their comp really hard countering Sentinels.
Some notable stats, I think, coming out of this stage so far. We looked at the pistol round win rate for G2. That is quite impressive to have over 60% win rate on those pistols, but also on bind. G2 actually get less first kills across the map than Sentinels. In fact, they win over 50% of the rounds where they go down 4 versus 5 early, which is hard to do at this level against a team like that. And Sen are 1 from 7 in retakes.
And I think that really tells the story of that last map, is that even if Sen got a first kill, once it got into a post-plant situation, G2 were just able to win all of them out because of the density of the util in their comp.
हर्ष भाई आप बहुत अच्छे हो, love you। Kings and Queens गाना सुना है, ये कौन सा है? हर्ष भाई love you भाई from Bangladesh, love you मुआज भाई, कितनी प्यारी चैट है, सब love you लिख रहे हैं। कैसे हो हर्ष भाई? याद आया हाय मिट भाई, एक बार 9 प्लेट पानीपुरी चलांगे लगा के ओवरनाइट स्लीपर बस में आना पड़ा था, तब समझ आया था टंकी खाली रखनी चाहिए थी, तो बॉटल में कर देने की। ऐसे पैनिक नहीं होने का सिचुएशन में। सर्वाइवल हमेशा सीखना चाहिए आपको। अगर आपके पास पानी नहीं रहेगा ना तो आप वो पी भी सकते हो। बेयर ग्रिल्स ने बोला है भाई, सर्वाइवल एक्सपीरियंस मैं बचपन में बहुत देखा हूँ।
on them, or you know, they get tired, especially as a team with a sub, maybe they get a little drained, a little gassed. So it would be definitely a W for us to win that upper final.
True.
I do think it'll still be a bloodbath. I think it's never easy playing against G2 for us. Thankfully they have a sub, so we can kind of take some wins off them. But yeah, either way, I enjoy playing G2, and I think getting that upper final win against them would be very beneficial for us.
ऐसा
Now he is glossing over the fact that
Ghost of Utah ही सुशीमा का सेकंड पार्ट नहीं है, वो अलग गेम है।
Kills in the second half of Lotus to get them out of that situation. So
पापा का वीडियो क्रेजी था, थैंक यू।
is true, but Leaf is back in. I don't know.
तू गेम नहीं खेल रहा इसलिए सब लव यू लिख रहे हैं, वरना हग्गुच ही लिखते।
No, he is just in sick form straight away. And now we
ये
get to
तो
see
true
him on
बोल
the
दिया आपने।
chamber where
ए मोमोज है
it
उधर।
was honestly going crazy. His
शायद मैंने
chamber games
मोमोज
were
लास्ट कब खाया था मेरे को याद नहीं मालूम। डेंगू के बाद मैंने ना बाहर का कुछ खाया ही नहीं हूँ भाई, मजाक से हट के महीने के ऊपर। ब्रो 27th या 29th को मैं एडमिट हुआ था ना भाई, एक महीना हो गया चैट गुंडे को। क्रेजी एक्सपीरियंस भाई। और ये क्या हुआ?
2 in 3 pistol rounds won by G2. That is pretty wild.
Check pause, check pause.
Tech pause moment here on the stage, just waiting to jump into our pistol.
Baited us with that one.
And
The wall drop baited us for real.
I was ready. And you know, something that Zelsis didn't mention in that brief interview is that
Aryan Rane, thank you so much for the responsor, Aryan Rane.
Your opponent does not get to ban a map before you choose.
Thank you so much, thank you so much, Aryan,
so you go ban,
for the
ban,
responsor.
pick first map. So if we get a rematch of this, you're just going to ban what, Corrode and Lotus, and then pick your best map
EN
straight
की
away
G2 हर्ष भाई। EN कौन है? अच्छा सेन भाई। हर्ष भाई इंग्लिश और स्पेनिश मराठी बोल।
It's been a massive edge for our top seeds in stage finals. Like it really has shown out.
Except for last stage where SEN were
क्या चैट ये सारे प्रोज यही माउस यूज कर रहे हैं, ठीक है, सब लोग यही माउस यूज कर रहे हैं। तो वो लोग ऐसा क्या कर रहे हैं इस माउस में जो मैं नहीं कर पा रहा हूं? कोई बताओ ना।
Very different styles on this map. You know, we're going to see the Breach try and set up some of these trap plays on the defense side. We're going to be looking over towards the A side of the map here, the classic straight down the line.
एक पॉज में क्या होता है हर्ष भाई, पीसीज चेंज होते हैं डायरेक्ट। अगर एडमिन को है ना सस होता है ना कि भाई इस गेम में हैकर है, एक पॉज होता है, पीसीज सब अलग हो जाते हैं और नए लेके आके लगा देते हैं। ये जो चल रही है ना क्लिप, ये पुरानी चल रही है क्लिप, पुरानी क्लिप चल रही है, अभी नई क्लिप चली हुई है देखो। अभी लाइव क्लिप इसके बाद दिखाएंगे। वो क्लिप खेलने के लिए नहीं खेलता भाई, मैं कभी क्लिप के लिए नहीं खेलता। चैट क्या तुम लोग को ऐसा लगता है मैं क्लिप्स के लिए खेलता हूँ? मैं क्लिप्स के लिए नहीं खेलता, स्पेशली जब मैं हाइड्रा भाई के साथ, क्लर्च भाई के साथ खेल रहा हूँगा ना, तो मैं क्लिप्स के लिए कभी नहीं खेलता भाई। आई डोंट वांट कि वो लोगों का इतना हाई रैंक मेरे वजह से डी रैंक हो। पोटैटो ताई के साथ खेलता हूँ तो मैं क्लिप्स के लिए ये खेलता हूँ भाई, ठीक है। मैं 360 नो स्कोप्स में फ्लिक्स मारता हूँ, ठीक है, क्योंकि भले अगर मैं खेलूँ भी ना तो भी वो डी रैंक ही होनी है, अगर मैं खेलूँ तो भी वो डी रैंक ही होनी है।
Between the players and between the crowd, like the room is electric. And I love those games, the rival games. I mean, I used to play sports in high school, and like those high school rivalry games, like it gives me flashbacks to that, you know? It's a special one in my heart, you know? I love those players, and we talk back and forth all the time to try to create up like a big rivalry. And it all comes down to this moment. They got their actually, what am I saying? We got the first two. I was going to say they got the first two. No, they didn't. We got the first two. They want the third, but I think the baby base Smeeg aura is just like inevitable. Like they're gonna crumble under the pressure of Baby Bay. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that one.
Chat, तुम लोग कुछ भी बोलो, वैलिन प्यारा दिखता है यार। मेरी एज का है ना तो चल जाएगा, मतलब हम लोग की वाइब अच्छी मैच करेगी। आई कैन बी गुड फ्रेंड्स विद हिम। Found this cutest video of Bappa in Instagram. अरे वाह गजब. Oh भाई क्रेजी ब्रो, क्या प्यारी मूर्ति है ये. वाओ. मेरा क्या होगा? तुम्हारा लव मैरिज. पर देखो फिर शक्ल पे भी डिपेंड करता है, ठीक है ना, सिर्फ इस पे डिपेंड नहीं करता. सॉरी. माय कार. क्या बात है सपना जी.
Who's in round one of a game? We need to roll back, but because it's round one, we run into an issue where there is no prior round, so we have to remake the lobby entirely.
WWW.
Of course, we have plenty of time for some horseplay.
What are these guys chirping about?
Hey, out
What is
हो गया.
happening? Not sure. I'm trying to decode the messages, but I'm lost, man.
Yeah, I mean, Valen talks earlier about really loving to make something of this little rivalry. Obviously, these guys are mates out of game. Well, a little smack talk in the track, though. Leaf loves trying to get under the skin of his opponents, clearly, and we saw him get loud, get rowdy, stood up there, and remember there's some of those intangibles that Babybay's bringing to the team involves that, a little bit more joviality when it comes to the stage. We're going to jump in, folks, now to our second map of this best of three. It's Sentinels Sunset.
चैट तुम लोगों को एक जेन्युइन चीज बताऊं. मैं मतलब ये एक मेरे ना अंदर की बात है, ये मैं किसी को बता रहा नहीं हूँ, तुम लोग को बता रहा हूँ. सुनो, मेरे को नाखून चबाने बहुत पसंद है. आज भाई नॉर्मल चैट देखते का आई लव यू विराज भाई. गुड नाइट.
G2 the 24 for 12, which is a crazy
माउस
record
सेम
to
हो
have
आपका,
for
पर
pistol rounds.
इन लोग घर से हके आते हैं. अच्छा.
And if they lose a pistol, they just buy stingers.
G2 अटैक कर रही है.
A fight kind of standard line here with your breach to take.
Hey, sorry Moaz, sorry, I'm just kidding.
Paranoia comes
My fault.
first. G2 are baiting out some valuable utility pieces, especially on a pistol round where you don't get a whole lot of them.
Celsius has been pretty conservative, though, on how he just offloads that util. Still that fault line, like you mentioned, held in reserve for the real thing. But Isaac going back towards top mid here as we do see Leaf starting to explore that part of the map a bit more. Headhunter with 6 in the chamber.
And in the meantime, towards A, G2, they are making their move. When that one-way faded and the next one had to be placed, Prowler instantly. Bang knows that it's time to give that space up, that he could get overwhelmed, so he's going to go all the way back towards spawn.
Oh.
Neri has
Alba expect to करेंगे obviously.
Exchanging a Prowler of his own. This execute is bound to come in any second now. Yeah, here it goes. Paranoia. Site taken for free.
There's Leaf top mid, finds himself two.
भाई,
he's off to the races already. And that
Leaf के सलाइन में कुछ तो मिलाया था बनता है.
So G2 get into that site for free. Bang aware.
He is so aware. He instantly pings that out. But Jonas should have a teammate to assist. Surely right now, fully isolated.
Are you serious?
The swing is good. He finds two with a frenzy. Chalk up, get another pistol round here for G2. No one does it like they do.
As soon as the Sage Wall goes down for part of the site on the pistol and you have to get back in, it's wraps. It's wraps.
क्या round भाई? क्या round?
Time breaking the wall. You don't have enough bullets to do it.
And it's so good on either side. You can use it to block market off on B, spawn off on A, then leave unleash there through mid.
भाई अगर माउस में पाउडर लगा के खेलूं तो एम सही हो जाएगा. थोड़ा खाना भी पड़ेगा एम. Thank you so much, Strange OP, for the 40 rupees. रुको पड़ता हूँ.
Pushed by those G2 site players.
By being late on his own swing timing.
Exactly. That's what I tell my teammates in ranked when I don't try to trade for them effectively. No, you don't get it.
I'm trying to catch the timing off you, bro.
John's got the cam over here towards that B site to get the information that their gamble stack is incorrect.
Strange भाई 40 रुपए दे के लिखा है हर्ष भाई I am 6.4 feet and people tease me, bully me for my height.
Set these crossfires up on B. SEN likely just want to leap into the wood chipper here.
भाई लंबा है तो भी प्रॉब्लम, बहुना है तो भी प्रॉब्लम. उनको सबको बोलने का मेरी टट्टी खाओ.
To go away because we're seeing Sunset in their pool a lot more. We're getting to see some Jaw Neon. I'm just so used to only
इतना
watching
लोड
on
नहीं
the
लेने
agent.
का
I know
लाइफ
he's
का भाई.
talked about feeling restricted in terms of the fun levels.
I mean,
he's wanted to play other stuff.
This was that
and
narrative.
be let off the dog wants to be off the chain.
This was that narrative when we first started talking about him coming on to G2. The question was like, was it going to be him getting restrained or them sort of being unleashed alongside him?
Yeah, unfortunately, Yoru is just way too good, so he just has to keep playing it all the time.
It's like an extra initiator. It's astounding.
But he's let loose playing the Neon. I remember back when Neon got that massive
ना भाई तू बोना है तेरे को ज्यादा bully करते हैं. मेरी चैट तो है ही खराब यार. मेरी चैट तो है ही खराब. मैं तो अपनी चैट को किसी से कंपेयर भी नहीं करता.
This year though, I feel like it was Asuna who really insisted on.
सबसे खराब चैट अगर इस पूरे YouTube कम्युनिटी में किसी की है तो वो तो मेरी है.
Team Ace.
भाई लीफ में भी थोड़ी सी लेडीज है.
No real damage to speak of on that prior round. G2 have a very good bonus right now.
I think it's about time that SEN showed us what they're made of here, Wyatt.
And G2 are going to take some space over towards B main early with a Prowler. Take their time working the map.
Really limited mid presence from SEN. They're really playing off of this part of the map. That's what allowed Leaf to get up there on the pistol and find two easy ones.
Jaw would love to get an engagement at that range with the Guardian. Just waiting out to see if anyone from SEN will expose himself top mid. Maybe that can be the path to an entry kill for G2 as Util is just exchanged towards A main.
They got the fault line there.
The standard situation with those one-ways going up, and now it's a pass. From G2 getting back towards mid. And it looks like they want to go for that full B split, three-pronged attempt.
Wow.
A weird spot for Zekin to be this far into the round. I'm not going to lie.
दो जने backside.
Absolutely unprepared for that.
SEN जीतेगा ये round.
Okay, here's Zekin though, mid caught by the Stinger, the classic. And now some degree of boba control obtained by G2.
अभी भी दो साइड है तो जीतेगा round.
Taking their time, Narrate going to get swung on, traded out by John.
Easy.
John is at the proper range to deal with that.
As Trent emerges, far too quick for John to do anything about.
But these are two players now with rifles for G2. Leaf pushed forward, has the ability to escape as well.
Nice shot, Bang.
He's got here. Might have seen a barrel there from Bang, and he's waiting for him. Yep.
Oh, gets the dink.
Chunks him down to 12. Fake TP there. Zelsis has got a lot to do himself. He might try and flash Bang into the site, but he's just too low. Now G2 slowly able to fall back over towards that main direction. God, he's low. All right. Shock here as Leaf will stay entrenched. Time to scratch his nose even, clearly. Not enough pressure being applied to him. There's the tickle, there's the shot. Bang's head ripped off, but it's up to Zelsis now. Tough situation to get yourself out of, down to 8. And Leaf can bide his time. Knows he doesn't need to do much more than that.
भाई लीफ क्या खेल रहा है यार.
Itchy nose be damned. G2 go up 3-0.
Strange भाई ने 40 रुपए दिया, लिखा है भाई सब लोग जज करते रहते हैं इतना ओवर हाइड करते. भाई स्ट्रॉन्ग बनने का यार, इतना दूसरों की बात है ना खुद पे अफेक्ट करने नहीं देने की. ये तो ऐसी तकलीफ होती रहेगी. दूसरा अगर इंसान कोई बोल रहा है तो तुमको खुद को तकलीफ हो रही है तो वो क्यों होने देनी है. दूसरे का है भाई, दूसरा वो चाहता है कि तुम्हारे को तकलीफ हो, होने नहीं देनी भाई खुद को तकलीफ. और बहुत सारी और चीजें टेंशन लेने के लिए लाइफ में.
What is that? And in that moment is when the Sentinels players start to get a little bit rattled, a little bit anxious by the situation that they're finding themselves in, because it felt like G2 were just going to go in quickly, but they're stalling out. They're waiting, and then they get that trade onto Narrate, and then John all of a sudden realizes they're going to be coming at me from all angles. Like those players in market, they just slowed down, walking forward.
और आपके अंदर तो 90% ladies है.
Adjustment from G2 in the middle of the round. They win out their bonus, in which, by the way, they basically just, I think they carried.
ये प्लेयर्स के बाजू में वो बोर्ड है कलर स्विच जैसा, वो क्या है? तो वैलोरेंट में ये साल ये नया चीज आया है आउटप्लेस वगैरह करने के लिए. वो साउंड बोर्ड है. अगर 1v1 है या ऐसा कुछ सिचुएशन है ना, तो अगर तुम एक बटन दबा रहे हो तो सामने वाले को ऐसा लगेगा तुमने अल्ट पॉप किया है क्योंकि वॉइस लाइन बजेगा, लेकिन तुमने असल में अल्ट पॉप किया नहीं रहता। ये सब भी आ गया है भाई वैलोरेंट में।
So this is the
पता
kind of
नहीं रे
round win
सूर्या
that
सब लोग
Sen
बोले थे
somehow
बंद कर दे।
can just jettison them right back into the game. Mentally, in terms of the economy, it's not a situation we've never seen in the past. Like, this is a potential turning point. It's just unlikely, right? I mean, G2 are playing this in a very stable way. They're waiting out any aggression towards mid at the moment.
Some of the big mid stack, like a 1-3-1 to start the round, so hoping to trade into whatever aggression G2 might send top mid side, but we actually might see just a bona fide A hit from them now.
At least a take of A main, faking that they could be pushing up there. Sen want to respond by going into mid and funneled into that trap.
Curiosity killed the cat wire.
Dealt with easily at long
Chad,
range.
क्या ये 2-0 कर रहे हैं ये?
That gets them curious at top mid.
Exactly. G2 have absolutely warned them on this round.
No!
चड्डी उतार दी देखा?
on him for no good reason.
रोज आके चड्डी उतारी फिर दूर गया फिर मारा।
Not one
Shit.
gun dropped for G2. The economy is it's absolutely out of control, and we're only on round 5. There are 2 players at over 7K already.
I mean, G2 know which button to press to try and
Bro,
draw out
insane.
the Sentinel squad, like in different parts of the map. That's not okay.
Insane.
That is some stank, yo. Stow that.
I knew that was filthy.
You want to play? Let's
Okay, maybe
play.
a bit more insistent about this A side, but again, it's G2 trying to tease that early util out on this side of the map. Tour de Force active for Leaf.
Here.
Okay, bye. Thank you. I hope you get more
Shot it
success.
last
Love you too, Strange OP. Bye.
Alright, going to be but one
और
more
यार
away
भगा
from
दो
Mike
भाई।
also could be relevant later in this round, depending on how things play out. But at the moment, G2's hope is just that
Thank you so much for the 40.
Leaf can patiently stay scoped up on some of these angles and find an entry via that tour de force. But Sen are
Buy
very
round is
safe
Sen ka.
in their positioning at the moment. Outside of Bang, who the way things are set up really has to be jiggling inside the map. Wow, this is a crazy fake wall, but the trip is there, so Jonah is like stuck.
Bro, he can't peek through.
I mean, I see the vision, but that trip
Sage
is a
मोटी हो गई है ना
little
buff के बाद।
2 players back from Boba though still. They've got to watch that left side push up top mid.
And Bang just has to give this up. I mean, he'd be a fool to try to fight this alone. He knows he'd be overwhelmed if that's the case. Jonah swings out. This is madness in mid, man.
It does set up a straight up post.
अगर वो राइट से जा पाता ना पूरा साइड क्लियर करता।
For Sen to intervene. Neural Theft though gets some value. Sentinels with a bit of information, but now they've got to execute on it.
And either Fade with 1 kill will have a Nightfall in this situation, by the way.
Massive in this situation. Zekin gets across the gap.
Subsidy से ही जा रहे।
Doesn't catch on the jaw though. He's chilling. And we'll push up Link now. Let's see a rendezvous off the spot there for Leaf. Awkward place for that shorter to go to work, but Trent now needs some backup. 4 bullets in the chamber. Not enough to fell narrate, but he and Zelsus are low as it does.
Bro.
And Leaf capitalizes. Now they're all 1v1. John v Leaf. Leaf with the advantage now. Happy to tease this out.
Just wants to bait out a shot.
Oh my god.
Top of the scoreboard, a second consecutive map on his
Bro,
return to competitive
shit.
play.
This guy is just insane.
Cham out, please. Cham out, please. मैं मुंह धो के आता हूँ. Cham out.
It's hard
Cham
to
out.
believe that with still the success and the performances that G2 have put on, they've been lacking their best player. But he's back, and yeah, I remember why these guys were so damn good. Mental 1 versus 3.
Oh my goodness. And Sen have nothing to say. In and out of the server by the looks of things. Very muted cohort of players on their map pick, falling well behind the 8 ball.
भाई इतना ठंडा पानी आ रहा है ना नल को चैट कंटिन्यू बारिश की वजह से जड़ भग रही है।
Sen have that Nightfall to play with. They just haven't honestly been getting enough kills to get close to some of these ults either, which has been a bit of an issue. Like on the rounds that they're losing, aside from the last one, there were a couple that were basically flawless, near flawless. So we're still not that close to getting a rolling thunder from Zelsus even.
Yes, map pick Sen का है।
Working their way towards B main while they apply pressure towards A, making it seem like they really want to take that space. And Jaw gets punished for it.
Gotta say though, G2's 4v5 conversion's been very good this series. Last round was no exception either.
They're going to wall off markets, and they just have to deal with a potential flood coming from back site.
What is that trip?
Very far, what a shot.
What is that trip, chat?
Over on the B side. Jonah's entrenched here. Relay ball comes in. He can't test
Badhiya round, badhiya
slides in for the fight.
Finale, first round of the round of the gaming nation.
Some spray though gives Leap what he was looking for. This is 2 players up now for G2. Nightfall already
हाइलो लगाया भाई फेड के लिए. W round.
This time SEN finally.
Finale, first round of the game.
The defenders do a good job there of forcing the G2 players into basically all 1v1s in that in multiple situations, not just the last one with Trent, but then Leaf and then Jonah isolated on the site here by Zekin as well, sliding in. And that Nightfall just came a little bit too late from Trent, and it feels like there was just some kind of miscommunication that happens in the mid-round because he's trying to get in from a Nightfall from Market, which is walled off. So definitely a misunderstanding of the situation, something not
जिंक्स कर दिया. मैं कुछ नहीं बोला, मैं बस बोला कि 13-0 नहीं होगा. सेंटिनल्स है भाई सामने, अनडिफिटेड टीम है. क्या वो लोग क्या गोटी खेलने आए क्या इधर? Good night, Krishna.
Able to get out onto the map elsewhere. This time it's 3 up tiles. No top mid control really outside of the trap wire.
Hey, ये क्यों ट्रिप लगा रहे हैं चैट ऐसा ही है?
Trent noted that. It's been cleared. Second seized in place inside market. The spike though currently rests.
क्या बात है, ठीक है, good for one. वो revive कर दिया.
Yeah, Zekin trying to do his best. That's a great first kill. Wants to get out of dodge. G2, they do have him absolutely surrounded, and he does get punished.
भाई क्या मार रहे हैं G2 वाले यार, क्या कंट्रोल लेके खेल रहे हैं. Oh god.
Barely alive. But still in fighting form.
Hazel's jaw brought down to 40 HP.
Spike planted.
Jaw, look at him.
उसने smoke तो नहीं देखा होगा ना?
2 players are ready to face.
One is good. Leeds not able to find the swing timing. The rendezvous position is cleared.
Zelsis wants to give Banks something to play off of. Sun doesn't connect.
You can also flash him into the site. He's in a bit of an awkward spot.
Just give Zelsis a smoke to cross so he can actually assist on this retake.
Both enabling each other now. What a paranoia! Good connection. Surely at least good for one. Zelsis though loses out the fight towards Boybrin still.
CD वाला मरना नहीं चाहिए था यार.
And as low as he is.
हर्ष भाई चैट क्यों नहीं देखते आप? क्योंकि आपका नाम ब्लेंड है.
Has to be a save. G2
आप ब्लेंड हो जाते हो
find
सब
some
में.
success on one of those big B splits where you go up through spawn, and I like that they added a different layer this time, which was Trent coming even later, delayed from the pack to pick up that rotating player on A, which was Narrate, who had a Nightfall, so that's just off the table. I mean, what a tool that could have been for Sentinels that's, been removed. And then the second as well, that John dies backside.
हर्ष भाई को नींद आ रही है. True. Real.
Bet. I'm getting into the site straight away from
भाई कल का बेस्ट ऑफ 5 देखना है बेटा लोन RRQ का. वो बेस्ट गेम होने वाला है मालूम. अबे तो टाइम आउट था.
Being added on to what G2 are doing that are continuing to get them advantages.
We are seeing some adaptations here from Sentinels.
अंकल अच्छा कॉल दो, मजाक सेट के नहीं तो आपकी आंखें हरी कर दूंगा.
We saw Zekin go there with that
पूछो मत
overdrive
कैसे.
Unfortunately, it doesn't sort of pan out for him as he walks into a double face and
इस वापस आ गया. हाँ भाई क्या मार रहा है. और मेरी चैट क्यों नहीं देखते? गम्मी फिक, क्योंकि आपका चैट फीका है आपके नाम की तरह.
Any mid presence at all from G2.
And you can see John is also placing that trip further back.
आज भाई लोरी सुनाओ ना. कलाने करेगा. Yes.
Yeah. So it's
भाई तुम किसको सपोर्ट कर रहे हो? मैं पेपरेक्स. सेंस के रिटायरमेंट के बाद सेन ने तो लग ही गए. ऐसी बात नहीं है.
G2 have opted for yet. I guess they tried on one round with the Sage, but
this is already very different.
भाई नींद क्यों आ रही थी? तो सोया था दोपहर में स्ट्रीम के बाद फिर.
But the guns aren't there really.
No, so they're just going to send it on an aggro round, and I'm not mad at that, but frankly, I expect a team like G2 to be well prepared for something like this to come out of a timeout on a lower buy.
This will probably still require them to give up mid to a degree. Now, SEN have been allowed in.
G2 are all posted up. How aggressively do they try to get themselves back into mid, though? Narrate is in a pretty unorthodox position.
Okay, relay bolt doesn't quite connect. Zek, though, he's hit with the paranoia. No follow-up.
Oh, bhai, kya util.
From presumably some spam. Okay.
Oh, okay, nice.
John up there. Zek was just the bait in the end. And now back over towards market, top mid. G2 have managed to find their way into B as a result of this, though.
John needs to be really careful. Leaf is drawing so much attention. Look at the rotation defensively. All of SEN have gone to this side. Okay, John is picking them apart. Luckily for SEN.
Crazy round, by touchy round, chat.
He's having a great game, John.
A beautiful touchy round.
He's second for the half here. Tells all about this move over towards A here for G2.
Bang just needs to live right
Uske
now.
paas gun nahi hai.
Just delay if he can. Be a nuisance.
Okay, arm shot to play off. A great fault line set up there for Zelsis, and Bang's done well.
Kahan se aaya Velin?
Eventually he's got to give it up, but it's a player advantage here for Sentinels now as the Nightfall comes in for the defender's side. And Zekin may have a timing here. Ooh, that hurts.
Oh my god.
Getting caught off as he goes around the corner. Valen too sharp from there, and John picks up where he left off. It's on Professor P.
Dono 1 HP hai.
2 low health targets in between him and around Win. They're stacked up, but he's playing this to perfection. Couldn't ask so much more.
Bro, वो क्या one tap दिया पहले वाला?
7-1 on this sunset map.
Oh hell nah,
John
Chad.
has been really fantastic individually in this playoff run. I gotta say, it's been some of the best mechanical, just raw gunplay we've seen from him in some time.
Are esports more profitable, or do they simply exhaust players to the point of early retirement compared to traditional sports?
John did so much in that round to try to
आपका
get
प्रश्न तो बहुत
an unlikely
बढ़िया है.
thrifty win. They were so close to doing it. But they tried a double face. They didn't play for the low clock.
But back to the default look here, though, for SEN on defense, Wyatt. Same mid-trip. Zekin inside market.
Same kind of setup towards A main. I mean, this is just very typical of how you operate with this comp on Sunset, right? Cycling these one-way dark covers. G2 have been happy to take their time towards mid on these rounds and let Leaf work that area of the map, which is what he's going to do now with market. And he's sightline there being obscured. Wait, he actually goes into the smoke. I was going to say, you madman. Surely you don't go for
Good morning.
That would be absolutely crazy. Great paranoia. Wow, and into the slow.
इनको ही गया नहीं है मेन कंट्रोल लेने वो.
Scared there for a moment. Zekin going to have to deal with everybody from G2.
Nicely done. Relay bolt though.
भाई जॉग ईयर भगा रहा है Zekin की. Zekin try कर रहा है बेचारा कितना.
For G2, but they always cut noise in this position. Why? They're happy to play a little slower from here.
What a spam.
John takes away, but shot though through the smoke, and he's very, very low.
All of SEN are getting here though. The breach is backside. Both initiators now narrate into.
Marco सब में हिल गया.
Could be huge here coming in through lobby. Jaws not ready.
Oh no way. भाई Bang ने knife out करके flank किया था. Why?
What a freebie, man.
Okay. For a second, went to his point of view, and I'll be honest, I didn't even know what I was looking at. I'm like,
that was horrendous. That was horrendous. That was horrifying. That was diabolical. That was freaking idiotic gameplay.
Bizarre. I mean, you called it G2. They have
that
been
was bizarre,
so good
bro.
at controlling the pace of the game at all times.
That was
Picking
bizarre.
moments to accelerate with the neon and then slow down. And then fight aggressively, swing back out together.
ये knife out था भाई, तो निकल जाता.
Breaking brutal.
They need that timing to work for them.
If Bang gets that kill, feels like SEN went out the round, honestly.
Grimball.
Unless maybe there's an insta trade, I don't know. But
वो Grimball थी भाई.
They can't believe it.
SEN relegated to a miserable bye here for round 10.
And they're 7 rounds behind. This one has definitely gotten out of hand.
Back to
9-1 हो रहा है Chad.
To just trying to break some tripwires. It's been the standard from him. See, John still actually just has one in his kit. Doesn't even want to throw one down just for it to only be broken.
That slow orb is very troll when you throw it at that corner. Denies sort of crossfire.
अगर SEN हारी तो 10 gifted दूंगा. वे साले जुआरी.
Now you mention it.
Let that go, John. In the cam, going to get broken. He's caught in the corner.
Bro, क्या trip है, beautiful.
Trip actually just works. Jonah just takes a little stroll into it. Wasn't paying
NRG
too much
C9
attention.
जीतोगे
And that's
देखोगे
honestly
नहीं.
given SEN
फिर
an
सुबह की
opening.
मैच नहीं देख
Do
पाऊंगा.
they dare use the rolling thunder to try to convert this round?
Three stingers. It'll get him up close, Wyatt.
They're gonna do it.
Here it comes. Valorant has to touch
Bro,
here as long as he
Stingers
possibly
pe
can.
retake.
Fastlane gets second deep into the site. That's just where he wants to be. And he goes to work.
Good for
Valorant
one.
gets caught out by that aftershock and Trent's trying to
क्या
stop the
बात है,
Stingers.
Stinger OP भाई, 8-2, crazy.
Feels like eons have passed.
Attacking map
Sen
है ये.
have one around and they needed that one desperately. G2 have already
Attacking map है, मैं बता रहा हूँ
for a
देखो.
half, I think.
Round was
a
good.
really beautiful retake. Definitely the best decision to just send it on the Rolling Thunder. John gets a great kill there, but then the ability
They are close
to
to
get back
600
in
likes,
and punch
guys.
the G2
Like the stream
players.
if you're new.
There was a really...
Zach, I can't smoke these wires.
We were gonna let it go.
Yeah, we were gonna let it go, my bad. But that paranoia from Bang was fantastic. It caught a bunch of G2 players who then tried to retreat to Link. They're surrounded.
ऑफ निकाली है सेकंड ने मिड पे लगाई है और मिड पे ही आ रहे हैं लोग.
Kind of retake they just haven't been able to find success with over on B. If they could, maybe this game would be looking a little bit different.
Finally.
Oh, nice, you tag him.
Open hands of Zekini to control that long sideline down mid for the first time they've had the money to do so.
A lot of damage to Leaf, but luckily they have Visage, like playing in the Valorant beta, and he gets healed out.
Still that top mid control goes over to G2.
And Zelsis not going to have any opportunity to shoot those players in the back, but Nerate is in the perfect position.
Yeah, he split them now. Look at G2 in mild disarray towards top mid. This is going to buy time now for the players to come out through spawn. Okay.
Oh.
I like a little res action. Valen back and... that normally happens after a Sage res, if I'm honest. Very quickly taken down once more. It's just Jaw. Talk about rounds that you need. This will get Sen to 3. Jaw can only really forge out in a couple of different cardinal directions to find 1 versus 1s.
Good round, bhai.
Plenty to hear right now.
Good round. That was actually a good round.
Slipped the net. 30 seconds in the round. Jaw has the chance of a lifetime here.
There is just no way he actually hit the lotto with that time.
No, he can't. He can't.
Yeah, he's like Paper Mario, man. Okay, that's one. Now cat's out the bag and Zekin converts.
मेरे को लगा मजबूत ये करेगा रे, ट्रिगर डिसिप्लिन करेगा, फुल पूरा गांव स्कैन करके फिर मारेगा.
That was honestly one of the first rounds, I think, for Sen, where you could see them really playing around this G2 comp and their strategy perfectly with the positions they had towards spawn, the way that G2 have been exploiting mid, having Narrate back here to cut them off at that cross towards A, and then Zelsis running back around to him. They double-faced when the res comes in.
So I guess this is the response to play back in that spawn direction, assuming that
8-4 half होएगा और comeback होएगा. Sentinel जीतेगी.
It happens probably later in the half than Kaplan would have liked. But better late than never.
And maybe it can be enough though if they can get a 4th round on the board to come back. Jaw under a lot of pressure, stunned up, paranoid as well, and Bang takes full advantage.
And that's a whole lot of saber rattling happening from Jaw.
Then Neural Theft is going to get all the information for Sentinels who are on their way over towards that B site. Second running through mid. It's going to be a massive retake through market.
There's still a cam here on the site as well for John to toggle. Tour de Force, though, is a bit of an issue.
Smoke's being
Tour de
sent
Force.
Phobos and need to take their time breaking that.
Wow.
I told you.
Catches Bang exposed.
Might be another one here as well. If this is just a straight swing from Zels, as he might...
Crazy. 8-4 half. That's actually a solid half. Chat, ये realistically defensive map पे या attacking?
Up comes the mastermind. It's a 1v2.
Crazy. दोनों ऑफ लेके येड भगा दिए.
Say what you like about 9-3 halves. This one has not looked convincing for Sen City.
Leaf is just
8-4 half is good. 8-4 half is good. 9-3 होता तो tough होता भाई. 8-4 is very good. अभी Sentinel जीत रही है. GG League Dubai.
Yeah, looking absolutely rejuvenated. He's also refreshed the bank of trash talk, which I really like to see.
Yeah, he's got
some
many ways.
ideas.
Yeah, under the tutelage of Baby Bay. Really expand his dictionary, the trash talk vocabulary. I respect it.
Let's head down and catch up with Riv, see what he's up to over at our co-streamer booth here at the Riot Games Arena.
Three's a crowd over here. We got Forsaken from EG. We got Saucy's MIBR, Coriano from Loud.
9-3 हुआ है तो मुझे लगा 8-4 हुआ है.
I'm gonna start with
I'm tripping, Chad. I'm tripping.
How you enjoying it? The games
tripping.
are
समझो
kind of
जरा.
fast.
Man, it's my first time actually traveling abroad, so yes, first time in the
इसका
US.
bicep
So
देख.
man, the game I talked earlier, and Saucy and Korean are going 2-1 Sentinels,
bicep
but I'm against
deep.
them. I think G2 is gonna take it 2-1. Hopefully the third map's coming, so let's see.
All right, I love it, I love it. I'm actually gonna come to
अरे
you
Saucy
last.
दिखाई
So
नहीं मेरे को।
Koreano, what are your thoughts? Your first time
Saucy
here
मेरे
as
को
well.
दिखाई
You
नहीं,
said
कैसा
2-1
है?
Sen. So what
Long
are your
time no
thoughts right
shishi
now? What do you think's
भाई।
going on?
Yes, I mean, Leaf is doing really great. Also, Jonah P is playing well, so...
अश भाई कल वैलो स्ट्रीम पर प्रीलूड पर इमॉर्टल बड़ी लगाकर खेलना हैक से
It's my first time doing quick string here, but I also did unlocking and messed
अश
with
भाई
my
टैटू
grade,
करवा
so
दो।
it's really great.
मैं भी सोच रहा हूँ भाई उसने हाथ पे
I'm watching like G2 games with Leaf because he has
Chat कौन है वो?
playing, so...
वो तांजीरो है।
Awesome, yeah, he is
ये
doing
कौन
really
सा वाला
well.
तांजीरो है बनाया
My
लेकिन उसने?
man, you used to
मुझे
bleed
पता
this
नहीं
red.
तांजीरो है कि नहीं वो।
Okay, how are you feeling? It's awesome to see you again, by the way.
अच्छा,
Good to
कौन
have you
बनाया
here.
वो?
What's going on? What are you feeling? How you doing?
Bro, I'm feeling sad, of course.
आस्था।
Destroyed.
आस्था
You
तो
know, I was
हमारे
here to
दूसरे
actually
डिवीजन में
bring
थी।
good luck, but I'm actually kind of sad. I was expecting like a 2-1. I knew that G2 would play
Black Clover का है कोई,
Sentinels was
अच्छा।
gone, Leaf is back, but I was expecting that the Sunset was better for us. But
कम मस्त
they can
बनाया ना
still do it.
लेकिन वो।
Just win the pistol. and
Crazy
G4
लग रहा है भाई,
bonus,
crazy।
Gun round, another round.
All right, guys, for Saucy and Sen,
अभी
let's
game
hear it. Let's
चालू
get a
करो
third
भाई।
map out of this series, right? Let's see if we got it, gentlemen. Take it away. Back to the cast.
Yeah, I mean, to echo
Asta.
Saucy's sentiments,
Yeah,
it's
I
a
agree.
it's a tricky
Asta
map call for
pista.
Sen. We knew that coming into the game.
Oh, I
Their
thought you
Sunset.
were going to agree with the
Main
strategy.
protagonist
I
है।
really wanted him to say, "Oh, Sen looking really
हाथ
good."
दे, हाथ
except
दे,
for
हाथ
the
बजा दे।
fundamentals, positioning, gunplay.
9-3 हो गया यार।
That would have been great. But I mean, the sentiment I think was pretty similar. He definitely feels like they've got quite a mountain to climb. The scoreboard tells that story. Not
बेस्ट
only in
एनीमे
rounds, but
है
also
ब्लैक
just
क्लोवर देख
the
लेना।
dominance of some of these
भाई मैं तो
individuals on the
अभी
G2 side.
डीमन
Leaf
स्लेयर
is
का
upping
लास्ट
the heck
सीजन
off.
देख रहा हूँ।
Jonah
मतलब
was
देखूंगा,
mentioned
अब
there
तो
as well
चालू
as being
नहीं
someone
किया।
who's been instrumental.
पहले
in
दो
the
तीन
fight sheets in some
एपिसोड
of these
देखा हूँ
rounds.
मैं।
Now,
क्योंकि अभी
as
12
per
तारीख को
the
भाई मेरे को
result
जाने
of
का
the
फर्स्ट डे
first
फर्स्ट शो
half
देखने।
pistol, those percentages have changed. G2's continues to go up for the win rate and Sen's
यार मैं सोच रहा हूँ एक
below
बड़े
50%
स्क्रीन पे
now,
देखूं भाई
sadly, and
ये बार
G2
डीमन
getting
स्लेयर।
close to
मतलब
70, which is
आईमैक्स वगैरह में जाने दो
absolutely
पैसा माँ
ridiculous.
कसम।
Sen need
लेकिन
this
बड़े स्क्रीन में
with some
देखूंगा। देखते हैं।
desperation.
I'll think about it.
Jonah just going to fully wall off that link side of A. Can double up the Valor if he so pleases, or just assist towards mid, which is definitely going to be the case when the Prowler
Oh.
is in. Draws face there. Backs up, gets healed, all good.
Mid though, firmly under control of Sen. There's going to be a smoke in that marker direction here. I think G2 would like to funnel Sen ideally up towards top mid, but they've got a double phase.
Leaf is getting the team some very good information by taking all of this B main control, so G2 can pivot very quickly
ये जा रही
over towards
Sentinel
that link side. Maybe try to flood
Bro,
back
4 जने
in.
G2 के
That
इधर।
wall is
क्या
still
रीडिंग
active,
से ना
so
भाई
it's not like
G2
they
का
can get
चैट।
shot in the side here by Bang. They're safe to fight
वो
towards
भी
the
और
site.
आ गया
Paranoid
already।
from Valen. This is a
तो देख
beautiful
लो
setup.
भाई।
Balance smoked really
मैं तो
nicely over
थिएटर में ही
towards
देखूंगा।
elbow just to buy that extra time for the link position. Some sound made though on the slow orb here. Valen ends up getting caught on the site on his own. Not ready for there to be such a bottleneck here in Jonah P's direction.
घुमा लिया राउंड बे, घुमा लिया। पता नहीं कैसे तो लेकिन राउंड घुमा
on the
लिया।
horizon. Unless Leaf has something to say about it.
Zekin expect this.
Shot na Zekin. Comeback is on. Comeback is on. GGWP in the
Obviously
chat.
a must need for Sentinels. John threw a really good cage there to kind of cut off one of the angles, but in addition to that, I think G2, they had the right idea, but they kind of got baited into going, I think, a little bit faster than they would have liked to, because they end up being the ones all out in the open here. You can see it from Sen's point of view. They're still
अब
able to
G2 के
just fight
स्टिंगर
them back
निकलेंगे।
from elbow. They never
पता नहीं वो लोग
actually
निकालेंगे
had to
कि नहीं।
commit to that site. G2 just got a little too quick there, a little bit too ahead of themselves, and they
नहीं
lose the
निकाले
cusp of it.
G2 स्टिंगर्स।
Send back
सेंटिनल्स
that
देखो,
50%.
सेंटिनल्स निकालने लग गए भाई आजकल।
Right now, the characteristic round 2 stinger buy for Sentinels is in play again.
Well, and if you look at the minimap, G2, they definitely know where this Sentinels team will be headed. All 5 G2 players are ready to fight them on this A side. Big said they've only got classics aside from Jonah.
And over the neon is those, and that should
क्या
give
बात
away
है
the
भाई
game
यार
entirely.
स्टिंगर ये लोग
Pretty fast
कैसा
break here
चलाते
coming
हैं
from the
ऐसा।
backside, but it was a trip that had to be cleared. So Sen are aware that they're on a bit of a clock in terms of that flank pressure.
Right there. Now, what do they do from here? They really are just relegated to playing.
जिंक्स
in
मत
this
कर
site.
लाला।
Can't take control
अबे
elsewhere,
कमबैक है
but
भाई
they
और
should be
कितना
all right.
देखना
They've
है
got
तुम लोग को गेम।
Good weapons for this range.
समझ जाओ ना भाई,
Finally
अटैकिंग
from
मैप
Most
है।
likely call E3 damage on Celsius there. Bang actually not ready to capitalize. Jaw gets across somehow in a box. Oh, Bang! Down by a right click. This is starting to get to be a bit of an issue. Jaw needs to find a way out of this
Good
box.
stand,
He'll be
good
caught
stand,
out here by this
W.
relay vault, but no one from Sen is going to be able to dive in
जीत
there.
गया
and
जीत गया जीत।
dish
चिल
it
करो
out.
चिल करो।
Port dealt with. There's Narrate.
Sees Jaw come up, he's shut down. Trent though found one with the classic, make it two. Narrate's got to go big here. Trent for 3 in the round. Surely not. Absolutely ridiculous showing though. Time not quite on the side of G2. Oh boy, they play it close.
My God, man. How the hell did Jaw get that second right click pushing back box? Celsius was weak, sure, but what is that? And the Trent just 2 taps John.
He's at 35 for this last fight. 9.
That is outrageous. What on earth?
Upside though for SEN, because they take a stinger buy here in the second round, it's not too weak of a... it's like
yeah, they can still...
a decent bonus.
They can full buy now. This is just a straight up 2 teams full buying economy on the line round.
They definitely wouldn't call it a bonus, but at least it means that they are on even footing here in round 15.
Door instantly broken. SEN, Zekin applying a lot of pressure.
Jama, jogging with Jama.
Going to force Jaw away from that little area of the map. Leaf has been taking
बहुत अच्छा एंगल लगाया लीफ ने एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर पाएगा
so far. First time there's really a SEN player even in the vicinity.
Oh, okay. Default ही खेल रहे हैं अभी भी. Oh, ये लोग अंदर तक आ गए भाई वॉकिंग करके.
Back to mid go Sentinels.
SEN have also thrown that dark cover up towards top right mid, so G2 are feeling the pressure of, you know, potential.
ये राउंड SEN के लिए डू और डाई पे तो वो लोग फुल ट्राई हार्ड करेंगे. देखो क्रेजी एंट्री भाई. Good flash. Oh no, Red, what a shot! Well played, bhai. Well freaking played. Comeback is on. 7-9. Crazy, bhai. Narrate ne mara hai.
Bit of a different economic take on this half has left him in a decent position money-wise.
They are starting to catch a bit of fire. Getting that second re-hit into market when Jaw presses back forward. He is immediately overwhelmed right here. Knows that he's cooked. Leaf gets one trade, sure, but is then forced back by the paranoia, so Trent is isolated. It's Sentinels doing a great job of getting defenders isolated in situations.
अच्छा खेल रही है SEN भाई.
A-side rotator. G2, they're sent down to the eco.
6-9 है. अबे eco आ गया ना G2 का इसलिए 7-9 बोला मैं.
Can just get a competent anti-eco round going right now. These have been more than dangerous. I mean, G2, they thrifted them multiple times back on bind. That can't be the case again.
Yeah, wide swing karega.
Well, and that gives them that early information, and Sentinels get the sidelines they want now. Jonas just able to escape behind that slow warp. Still, it's a 2-for-1 exchange favoring the attackers.
Again, Leaf is pushed out all the way through B. Jonah wants to take a peek. That is mental. Celsius was on such low HP.
There's nothing particularly.
वो लोग एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे फिर भी मारा भाई उसने.
Celsius is looking at that exact angle. Still loses it out. Sometimes that's the volatility of these rounds. Over the top. Here's Narrate. So it's just Leaf over towards spawn side with pretty limited resources, but 4 in the chamber for this headhunter.
I'd say it's feels like it's never just Leaf. Anything is possible with this man. He already won 1v3, but doesn't seem like he'll be getting that one.
Imagine भाई वो अगर टैप देता और कोलैट होता और फिर
dangerous for sure. And I think they use more
मेरे तब ऐसा खेल
resources
लेता लेकिन मैं नहीं हूँ ना उधर.
a thrifty round, but
टाइम आउट आना चाहिए मेरे हिसाब नहीं ले रहे भाई.
Among the SEN City, you will certainly take that over what was happening on the Thrifties back on bind.
Yeah, that was like a big fixture of that game was those, far too many Thrifty rounds against Sentinels, and they would have liked to see it really threw the economy for a loop. That round, a good chance for Sens to stabilize.
John is having a map. 17 kills right now. And back
on the Sentinel.
Yeah, back to the Sentinel, making that role swap for this stage to his
Mid-fight again.
Position. The Sentinels team back in
B पे 2 जन है. अभी तो उन लोग को समझ गया रहेगा B बहुत पसंद है SEN को. GG. Came back.
Make a more comfortable adjustment. And John mentioned in Toronto, we actually felt it was better for him to call as an initiator player. He was in the action, but now he can almost be more individualistic, focus on himself in some of these moments.
Right there. It looked like, as per Zelsa's positioning, what was happening on the minimap, that he was positioned to fault line into market, so SEN could push in there, but they have other ideas at this point. B main is walled off as well, so they can't easily split into that site, and with about a minute left, they're just going to take their time. Going back towards mid, pressuring a little bit here towards that A side as well, keeping their options open across the map.
This round is worth
सेन के लिए ये गेम मेरे को मुश्किल लग रहा है. ये मैप तो सेन जीत रही है, but the whole game सेन के लिए मुश्किल लग रहा है.
Economy is horrific.
Horrifying.
Now to keep, I guess, just calling back to bind. Those 4v5s, G2 were able to convert half of them in that series. SEN cannot allow that if they want to get the victory on their map pick here.
20 seconds
to Haven. They're grouped up in B main for the hit. There are only 20 seconds left on the clock. Here comes that rolling thunder. Jonah wants to stop things. He's getting in through the smoke.
Slow orb though is still a factor. Bang's having a TP pass it on. This gives Jonah enough
Bro,
time.
slow orb ने round निकाला है Jonah के. Jonah के slow orb ने round निकाला है.
Stall potential's been massive. Jonah here might just take the fight. Yeah, he walks out of the smoke. It's a little bit ugly. I won't lie.
Bro.
But still.
मेरे को लगा वो लीफ ये. Bro, buy नहीं है अभी G2 का.
Player and still able to win because SEN almost felt like they thought they had too many options. You know, like 50
2
seconds
साल
on
लगा
the
ली भाई
clock,
SEN
and
ने.
they're starting to work back towards A. They're waiting out the wall in B main. We're watching towards mid. It's like, oh, we're pivoting back. Yeah, and then we're playing against a Sage. They're slowed. They can't even really get in quickly off the Rolling Thunder. There was a great paranoia that caught on to second. Just too much time wasted in that
नहीं बाय तो है लेकिन फिर भी ये इकोनॉमी उनका स्ट्रांग नहीं है. मतलब एक भी राउंड हारते तो इको आ जाएगा G2 का. तो मतलब सेन क्लोज है अभी भी. हाँ भाई वेलन कॉल्स तो बहुत डेंजर दे रहा है.
SEN this time with the mandate to make better use of these last remaining minute and a half.
This camera from John is well positioned to get some good info towards top mid and market.
बीमेन वो वॉल डाल के ऊपर खेल रहा है क्या?
Guarantee if anyone is going to be trying to push onto him.
G2 have managed to build up 5 ultimates just quietly.
SEN are really just posted up in positions, waiting out any re-clears from G2. Maybe someone that'll poke around that they could get a kill on. This timing is just barely off for a second because John is actually pushed forward. They're going to meet each other, but he's just too sharp.
And those are the two parts of these teams that do find those early round re-clears. This is awkward, yeah, okay. We'll just be rendezvousing out of there. This will allow for some control of market. Jonah, though, is entrenched on this B side proper.
Oh, backside wala banda.
John doesn't have another cage. They don't have a smoke for this right now. Zelsis and John are just isolated in market, but Narrate's in backside.
No!
Battle comes to the rescue. A massive fumble there for Narrate. That could cost them dearly. Jonah, though, sharp. This time he's given a second lease on life, and he doesn't waste it. Zelsis known and noted with that mark on him.
Bro, that might cost them the game.
He'd like to extricate himself, I think, with his gun intact and take another from Valen here, but that's all he's going to be able to do. This is going to see SEN go to a pretty ugly bye in round number 19, folks.
Zelsis just had no options. He was stuck in a box towards market because Leaf was watching down that angle, scoped in with the tour de force. They didn't have a cage to cross, didn't have a smoke to cross. And that timing was great, but I mean, random spam from Valen. I can't believe he didn't get the kill somehow prior to that even. Oh, that's brutal, man.
He must have known Narrate was crossing the site in that way.
Oh, yeah. Well, Jonah turned, saw him. He was on the mini-map as well then, so...
That's ridiculous.
Brutal way to lose for SEN.
Oh my, no way.
Back-to-back
no way.
Kills. A pressure is absolutely denied.
And I'm sorry, but SEN have the force yet again
nice
next round. It won't be much prettier than this.
ma.
There's the C's, no one there to catch it. Jaw.
भाई क्या मस्त कंट्रोल के लिए खेल रहे भाई G2. आगा आगे थ्रो किए.
That's a bit to be desired. And now neural theft will be active. A res hit. Jonah might have to swing off this. Yeah, he has to. That'll be the round here for G2.
Man, you can see Zelsis. He tried to strafe.
Bro, they don't have a goodbye
for that swing. But it's so tough
they
to do
still don't have a goodbye.
This is pretty muddy stuff, these last couple rounds.
It really is. G2 go for a very risky refight.
भाई क्या खेली है G2 ने चैट? लोग 3-4 जन एक साइड पे खेले. Crazy fight by Jonapi. Crazy fight.
Get your stats, Jordan. Get your stats.
Oh my god.
This is it for Sentinels. They've got a rolling thunder to play with. They have to string 5 rounds.
भाई कहाँ से तो पैसा निकाल रही है ना Sentinels?
G2 are looking utterly dominant with Leaf back in the roster. He has just been effortlessly dismantling
like the stream, guys, like the
top
stream.
competition on back-to-back maps.
Zelsis is the key player in this
Zelsis
round.
BT में चल दिया है ऐसा लग रहा है. Call ही नहीं दे रहा है.
Very passive A-side hold though for G2, owing to the fact they've triple stacked market.
And it looks like they want to re-clear already in the mid-round.
This is a lot of information.
Have constantly been pushing out of B main, pushing down mid, getting all of the info. Their map control game has just been suffocating.
If there's a cancel called here for SEN for any reason, they're going to run straight into Jaw as well. They've got to commit to this one way or another. Is he aftershock?
Yeah, in a little bit of trouble. Does have to teleport away, so give up that close position.
Bang definitely ready for that upper angle.
Yeah, Leaf wanted to get on that and see if he could find a kill.
By jog.
Listen, we already talked about it, but we are just
Look, aware to hai.
It's about this rolling thunder
But
getting
absolute
maximum value for SEN to stay in this game.
He is set up to disrupt.
Zelsis CT ult कर रहा है. That is such a nice decision.
The best spot for the breach to be in. Here comes a rolling thunder.
Bro, Jogamu yaar.
It's a timer for SEN. Not just a spike.
No.
But of
Oh,
course,
nice.
that wrap from the backside.
Time near.
Still active now.
Well played by.
Out as he tries to get onto the side. The timing's not there. A little staggered out as Bang sends another one packing. 4 kills for the Guardian.
Some 5 HP.
Gasp for air. 5 health left on their last play. They stay alive in the series.
Beautiful headshots from Bang individually, making the difference. Oh, that first snap on the Leaf is just gorgeous.
Last shot भी crazy मारा हुआ है.
Perfect crosshair
wow.
placement. God,
wow.
that is pretty Gonna look real nice in the highlight reel.
Come on.
No chances now for G2 to close this out.
I think SEN are hoping that some Haven highlights make it into the reel as well, if you know what I'm saying. 4 more rounds to take us to overtime.
बनता है मेरे को लग रहा है GG है.
On an eco round, and they are so dangerous with them. It feels like you might as well just be going up against a full buy when it's G2. Especially when they have stingers.
3-man B push वहाँ पे spike आ रहा है. Oh hell nah, bro.
I got a bad feeling about this scoop. Okay, Leaf a little ahead of the rest of the team. Man, this is perfect from Narrate.
These guys should just be
get the
Vandals out of here, bro. Yeah, just keep buying Guardians.
Time out लेंगे क्या इसी बार?
Better anti-ecos with those.
Getting some Coach Nismo sessions, you know what I'm saying?
Bang is out of there, but that's fine. He can just group up with the rest of the team, head over towards B.
Should be a whole lot else to say for G2 in a round like this. The stack over towards lobby falls flat. Jonah P only has a sheriff over at this site. He's forced out of it by that haunt. All the real estate that SEN could ask for. Now it's how they develop it.
Spike planted.
Alright, gonna get the plant. Not min-maxing orbs. Come on, fellas. It is late in the house.
Staying alive, maybe a little high on the priority list. Well, that is true. You already had that.
वो लोग spike से पटने जा रहे हैं.
Full built.
And that is a very nice decision because Zekken का और farm होने नहीं देना है उनको. और Jonah भी और farm करने के लिए, I mean kills देख रहा है. वो लोग भी flank कर रही है. Exits के लिए खेल रहे हैं वो लोग.
That connects. Ends up being pretty anticlimactic situation set up there.
और क्या timing? भाई वो नसीब वो cover में था. Flawlessly निकाले भाई.
Love to get another kill, maybe a chance at a rolling thunder super late into the
Narrate का ult है अभी.
Neural theft for John relevant as well, just a few orbs away. So we might get to a point where SEN do actually have some pretty significant ultimates to play with here to close out regular time, bring it to OT.
Narrate का जो mouse pad है ना, वो 5 करोड़ का मिलता है मालूम है लोग को.
Then again, this round basically rises and falls on the play that happens really early.
On every round.
Where the pop out of lobby for G2 is a bit
heavy
staggered.
नहीं
The
आ रहा है
spacing
आज.
is there and it's an
कैसे?
easy pick off for Narrate.
Timeout, as I called it, bro.
G2.
As I called it, they need this timeout क्योंकि उन लोगों को close out करना है भाई कुछ करके 2-0 करना है. उनको भी पता है अगर ये round ये game Sentinels जीत गई ना तो अगला जमा है.
A few orbs into Ogmo's pocket would give him an overdrive, but really
अगला G2 जीत जाएगा. नहीं सॉरी, अगर G2 ने ये जीतने दिया सन को तो अगला भी सन जीत
Gonna step
जाएगा.
into the mix there in the back. No, it is cool to see him still be so involved with the team. It's a fun arc. This is the most fun G2 arc that we've had so far.
That's right. They really, I think they really incorporated a lot of elements of Baby Bay's mindset. I think like Josh actually says this in an interview that, you know, they are trying to be solutions oriented in the absence of Leaf and really try and focus on the fun aspect of the game. The fact that they can do that and also deliver results to get into a match like this is huge. And Josh says he's thinking
Narrate का ult है भाई, वो बहुत huge है.
We will be better than ever.
And that they've kind of found new
मुझे देख के मुझे
ways
नींद आ रही
to
है.
keep the morale high and the energy up, and the way that Dre had been operating with the team, learning from him in that way.
वो भाई ये मिड वॉल करके जॉग भाग रहा है बीच में.
Can G2 close out this game, or will we get another round? Sentinels have a nightfall to try to get this one across the finish line. Leaf is going to be pushed off of that angle early. Look at the minimap though. G2
Oh, Spike is going back.
Up towards this A side. 4
G2 के 4 जन खेल रहे थे भाई इधर.
We may start seeing Jorgamo get exploratory out of B and maybe yield some more information about how Sen is set up, because they are very A-biased here. And yet, G2 are drifting to the other side of the map. Very much playing off this A side.
खेल रहे हैं पे दो खेल रहे हैं. Oh, okay, वो fade ult के वजह से पीछे खेल रहे हैं.
Sen could be pressed up very close there, but it's going to be an A hit coming through. Nightfall does connect onto Leaf, who doesn't feel like he needs to get off that angle just yet. This man is full of confidence, but why not?
क्या util किए use? पैसा नाचा है भाई वो Neon. Insane.
In position to go for this full 5-on-5 retake quite early. They've already been rotating over.
But there's no flank pressure for the defenders. Jaw is not in that backstab position at all. So they're going to have to divvy themselves up here between Link and Spawn side and try and make a fight of it. Tekkaluth is out. Jaw has the backup he needs, and Valen just stops Celsius instantly. Bang now definitely starting to feel the pressure. I would too.
अबे यार वो भी स्मोक्ड है.
It's going to make backup from elbow. Harder to come by. And Jaw finds his third. Not even the Mastermind can stop G2 now. And they've wrapped it up, folks. Top seed, heading into our grand finals. It's going to go a heck of a long way, and Leaf is looking better than ever.
They are so good. Their understanding of the game and the pace is just fantastic. They get in there for that retake before any of the utility from Sentinels.
Chaddi gameplay by Sentinels. Not gonna lie, that was Chaddi gameplay by Sentinels. GG's in the chate. That was said. Peak Chaddi gameplay. भाई G2 अच्छा खेली यार. टाप टूप मारे वहां कसम. Ah shit, that was unbelievable. We are close to 700 likes दोस्तों. Like the stream. फोड़ा है भाई. क्या गेम था भाई. G2 just bullied. अब क्या होगा? अब सेन बेस्ट ऑफ 5 खेलेगी लोअर ब्रैकेट फाइनल्स में कल. मतलब कल बेस्ट ऑफ 5 होगा सेन का अगेंस्ट NRG वर्सेस C9 में, विच इज मोस्ट प्रोबेबली NRG जीतेगी. और फिर ग्रैंड फाइनल्स होंगे सेन वर्सेस G2 में वापस ग्रैंड फाइनल्स बेस्ट ऑफ 5 होगा. अभी अगर तुम लोग सोने नहीं वाले हो तो अगला मैच जरूर देखना भाई. अगला मैच बहुत सॉलिड होने वाला है. इट इज C9 वर्सेस NRG. और अगर सोने वाले हो, NRG वर्सेस C9 जो जीता वो चैंप्स. डैम हाई स्टेक्स वाला गेम है. अगर तुम लोग सोने नहीं जा रहे हो, सॉरी सोने जा रहे हो, तो 10:30 को उठ जाना. 10:30 को शो मैच है, 10 वगैरह है वो मैच में. और 11:30 को एक बहुत क्रेजी मैच होने वाला है, टैलॉन वर्सेस RRQ लोअर ब्रैकेट फाइनल स्पेसिफिक का. और अगर उसमें टैलॉन जीती है तो टैलॉन फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम क्वालिफाई करेगी फॉर चैंपियंस. सो आज एक ह्यूज गेम है और टैलॉन और RRQ दोनों बहुत क्रेजी खेल रहे हैं, तो बहुत ही फन गेम होने वाला है. चलो फर्स्ट टाइम कर रही है ना टैलॉन, तो रुको देखते हैं. वॉच पार्टी मैं तो करूँगा। ओ वो लोग खेले हैं 2024 में खेले हैं 2024 में खेले वो लोग चैंपियंस। एनीवेज दैट्स प्रीटी इट बट आई वुड लाइक टू सी प्रिमी इन चैम्प्स क्योंकि वो प्लेयर है। आरआरक्यू का फर्स्ट होगा। आरआरक्यू ऑलरेडी क्वालिफाइड है। यस थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग दोस्तों। 10:30 को मिलते हैं शो मैच देखने के लिए एंड उसके बाद में 11:30 को शुरू होगी एक्चुअल गेम। सो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग। होप यू गाइस एंजॉयड। आई विल कैच यू गाइस इन नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम। पीस आउट। टेंस वाली मैच स्ट्रीम करेंगे? यस करेंगे। बाय। सवादिकाप। अभी नहीं कर रहे? नहीं रहे अभी। सो जाना चाहिए मेरे हिसाब से, नहीं तो फिर वो आरआरक्यू और टैलोन वाले मैच में सो जाऊंगा मैं ज़्यादा वो मैच के लिए एक्साइटेड हूँ। ऑब्वियसली ये वाला मैच भी ज़्यादा बैंगर है लेकिन मैं वो मैच के लिए एक्साइटेड हूँ। बाय एवरीवन, पीस आउट, सी या लेटर। कल होगी अपनी ये रात वाली वॉच पार्टी। बेस्ट ऑफ 5।